Don't ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in bloody sheets to drop you 6 feet underneath. They put you in
Tonight, on the Midnight Train podcast, Mr. Moody has decided to do a surprise episode for Jonathan. So, here it goes. Blindly walking into a moody shitstorm. Warning. Listener discretion is advised, so calm down, Karen.
The worms play pinochle on your snout. They eat your eyes, they eat your nose as you begin to decompose. A slimy beetle with demon's eyes chews through your stomach and out your sides. Your stomach turns to rancid grease and pus pours out like melted cheese.
Hello, passengers, and welcome to the Midnight Train podcast, where we bring the dark to light. You guys know what that means. We make fun of and joke about creepy shit while bringing you as much information on each topic as possible. I'm your host, the conductor of the cryptic, Jonathan Sayer.
Oh, you get the long applause today.
That's full blown.
Does that feel good?
I got the full one.
Does that feel good?
Oh, yeah.
There you go, buddy.
Man, they like me. They really like
Right,
me.
let's not get too carried away.
Sorry. And of course, with me as always is my co-host. It's Mr. Moody, who also gets one.
Yeah, both getting long applause today. Both getting a long applause.
Awesome.
Today.
How's it going, man?
It's going well.
Yeah.
Yep. How's it going with you, buddy?
It's going. It's
You look nervous over there.
I am a bit nervous. If you guys are wondering, if you're new here, if you're not, well, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome
Glad to have
back.
you.
Yeah. We're doing something different, which I'm a little uncomfortable with, is that I have no idea what this episode is going to be about.
I still have yet to send you the notes for
I
it.
literally have no clue what
Not
it is.
yet.
And I'm
I did this episode for
nervous.
you, buddy.
yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit nervous.
You shouldn't be.
A little bit.
The only thing you should be nervous about is all the fuck ups that you weren't able to catch before we start the episode.
Fuck. So yes, so Mr. Moody decided he wanted to do one and surprise me on this, which apparently it seems to be the ongoing thing where people like, my wife and Bill and all those guys, they
Yeah.
want to do one and not tell me about it. And I don't
Perfect.
fucking like it.
That's why we're doing it,
I
buddy.
don't like it. I'm sorry. Call me a control freak. Call me whatever you want. But I like to be prepared.
Well, we'll
And I
see
like
how
to
this
know.
one goes, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. Right?
Yep, that's what we're doing.
I am so like uncomfortable with this. You have no idea. All week long, I'm like, what the fuck could it be?
I looked over it a couple of times. I'm sure there's still some fuck ups in there,
I'm
but
sure there
I
is.
got rid of there was one major one that I caught. So we're good.
All right.
I think.
Well, we'll see what happens. Now, I'm not even joking. Like, I don't know if this is a supernatural one, if this is a true crime, if this is aliens, if this is,
He has no idea yet.
if this is a hit. I have no fucking idea.
Could be anything.
So, passengers, you're going on this with me.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Tell you what, here, I'm going to send it to you right now. Are you ready for it?
Right now?
Yeah, unless you got, would you finish your piece?
All right. Why don't we finish the opening here? Send it to me in the drink pot.
All right. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
there you go. So you beautiful bunch of dark passengers know that we're just a couple of musicians and assholes and love history and cannot get enough of the mysterious.
Mhm.
We want you to know how much it means to us that you're listening to us at this very moment, because it does. It means the world to us.
Absolutely.
Your reviews and support really do make all of the hard work worthwhile. And in saying that, please stop over to Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening right now and give us a 5-star review if you can. It helps for some reason. We have no idea. Well, we kind of know. It just helps build up shit. It's science. It's science.
It's
Right?
science.
Right? Science. Yes. So we don't know. We have no idea. But yeah, if you can do
She
that, that'd be
blinded me.
great. With science. Sorry. You can leave any review you'd like, obviously. Today you can say, what the fuck was that?
You might after this. Who knows?
Well, yeah, what the? I don't know. Actually, I don't think you can swear on reviews.
No, not on the reviews.
In iTunes. I just
No.
realized that. And so here we are coming up on our 100th episode, and we keep telling people like, hey, tell us to fuck off.
This is 97.
Yeah, this is 97. Yeah. And we keep
3
telling people to tell
more.
us to fuck off, and they can't actually put that in there. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's better that way.
It's probably better. Yeah. Anyway, leave whatever you want. Say hi. Say thanks, for, I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever you want to do. You can also find us on Spotify and iHeartRadio by typing the Midnight Train podcast in their search bar and clicking the follow button. By the way, this is how old I am. I had never started my own playlist on Spotify.
Oh, I don't either.
And I just learned how to do it the other day.
I know how to do it, but I'm too lazy to do it. So,
well, I started going down the old school, like mid or early, actually, yeah. So like the 90s hip hop.
Nice.
I went way down that.
Way deep, huh?
I'm talking deep.
I do that every once in a while at work. Like I'll put one on and just let it play.
Yeah. And so the playlist is called That Hype Shit. And dude, I'm talking. I'm going from Diggable Planets to. I mean, dude, if I read off my freaking playlist here right now, you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
That's awesome. Diggable Planets were awesome, dude.
And so I keep telling everybody, like all my friends about it. They're like, "Dude, you got to send me that playlist." So that playlist is floating around with like I don't know how all my friends have that playlist. Now. Yeah, it's pretty badass. So I'm kind of stoked about my new playlist. Thank you.
You should feel good about it.
I do feel good. Yeah. So anyway, follow us on there. You know, click the like button, click the follow button, and you'll get each episode as they are released.
And John will send you his 90s hip hop playlist.
Yeah, if you guys want it, I'll totally send it. I'll share it to everybody. Yeah, because it's a banger. So Patreon producers, you beautiful fucking people that we love so much. You guys are going to get the episode I was talking about on the top haunted paintings.
Yeah.
And we are going to have that wrapped up for you guys soon, and we will send that over so you guys can listen.
I've yet to find my computer, so the Harvey Milk one's still up in the air. But
did your kids like hock it or something?
I don't know, dude. I got piles of shit all over my house right now, so it could be anywhere.
Jesus Christ.
No, but I do this new episode spawned a couple of new ones that I'm going to be looking into.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
All right, cool.
It's a couple of cool things that I think I might do a bonus on.
Yeah, so if you guys want to sign up for all the bonus materials, you can sign up over at patreon.com/The Midnight Train Podcast, or head over to themidnighttrainpodcast.com, pick up some merchandise and sign up there. You know,
it's the best way to go, because if you try to search us, it's not going to come up because we're adult content.
Yeah, because
for whatever fucking reason.
Fuck.
Do we though? I mean, we don't really say it a lot.
And what's a lot though?
That's what I'm saying. Like compared to like Goodfellas or something.
Probably not as much.
No.
But compared to like, Gandhi, it's probably a little more.
Yeah. I wonder if he ever swore in his life.
He may have. He'd be like, what the fuck? Can you imagine? He just comes walking up. Gandhi, how are you, sir? I'm great. What the fuck? Why is everybody here? I don't know. That's
I picture that Gandhi like the version from UHF. He's like shooting people and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. God, I love that movie so much.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So anyway, you guys can sign up on our official Facebook grape our official grape page as well.
Oh, my kids would love it.
Yeah, grapes are delicious. Our group page, fuck. And it's a lot of fun, a lot of memes, a lot of bullshit. It's stupid great. So just go on to Facebook and look up the Midnight Train Podcast official group forum, I believe is what's called. Yeah, have fun with us. Just don't be a dick, right?
I mean, I'm a dick.
You're an asshole. There's a difference.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I'm really only an asshole to you, so.
This is very true.
At least in the forum. Or chainsaw.
Correct. Poor chainsaw. It's all right. Let's turn down the lights.
All right.
Adjust our seats.
Okay.
Grab a drink.
Let's
get spooky. But first, here's a toast. Wait, hold on. Or should I say, let's get whatever movie.
Let's figure out what the episode's about.
Let's figure out what the episode is. But first, here's a toast, all you beautiful motherfuckers. Ooh, this is dark, mysterious.
So it's skipping. The record is. Do you think this is gonna?
I don't know. I'm waiting for it to drop.
You think it's gonna drop?
I'm saying right about now. Oh boy.
I like that bass line.
I really hope this is leading into whatever we're going to be doing, because this is pretty
kind of. It's kind of spooky.
I hear
kind of ethereal, maybe.
Yeah. It's Suma Dawn.
It's haunting, if you will.
Oh boy. Yeah? Is that where we're going?
I sent it to you. You'll just have to see, buddy.
So I'm opening up my email right now. And no, yeah. I didn't even know this was a thing.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise. Oh, I'm so excited about this now.
That's why I said you might know a couple of them.
Hey, I'm super excited about this. I don't know if I know. I'm going to one coming up here soon.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right.
But that in like Chillicothe or something like that?
That one, if that's what I think it is, that one came up a couple of times, but I don't know. Couldn't find any conclusive evidence.
All right.
All right.
So, as it says in my notes here,
What does it say in your notes?
It says surprise. It says this week is a surprise episode for, of course, me. And this week, we are exploring the wonderful world of hauntings. These hauntings take place at some of my favorite places. No, it's not My Little Pony conventions. It's my second favorite thing, breweries.
Yeah, buddy.
High five for this
All
one,
right.
dude. So stoked. All
figured
right.
you'd like it.
Yeah. That's right. We're talking about haunted breweries this week. After discovering that we may be psychos after last week, we figured it was a good week for something fun. So without further ado, let's get wasted. Let's check out some haunted breweries.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Right. That's what I want to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to get wasted. That would be horrible.
Oh,
Which, by the way,
absolutely not.
High Life, where you at? We're drinking you tonight.
Got High Life
Yeah,
again.
Yeah.
We're
We got
drinking the 16 ounces,
the champagne.
champagne and the beers.
And then Sayer Brewing is going to be doing Sayer Low Life.
That's right.
The Kamchatka of beer.
Yeah. It's almost cough syrup, remember?
It's almost cough syrup. That's so funny.
Say your low life. You might as well drink hairspray.
It's going to be the world's first purposely shitty tasting beer. Like literally just made to taste like absolute
So how's
shit.
it taste? It tastes like shit. Yes.
Then we did our jobs. So our first stop is in good old Savannah, Georgia. We're taking a look at Moon River Brewing Company.
Have you ever heard of Moon River?
Never heard of Moon River.
Okay. They seem to be a pretty big.
Yeah,
I've heard of them. I've heard the name before.
down in Savannah.
Before I was doing this, yeah.
I like Savannah. Savannah's a nice place.
I've never been to Savannah. Have I?
It's nice.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's nice. The Moon River Brewing Company is located in the 21st, in the 21 West Bay Street building. Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah.
21 West Bay Street is a historic building located a block south of the Savannah River in the Savannah Historic District. The building's dated from 1821. Damn, so it's old.
Old building. There's
Yeah.
a lot of old buildings today.
Housed in one of the oldest, most historic, and genuinely haunted buildings in Savannah, we invite you to experience the history in our excellent food and handcrafted beers firsthand.
That
Is
came
what they
from their
say?
website, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
They want you to go there and check out their
Experience
food.
the history and try not to die. Yeah, it's special. It says it on their menu.
It does. It does. Handcrafted.
And not to die.
No.
Oh, sorry. It all started with Elazar Early.
Lazar?
Elazar. I don't know.
It's a weird name. I don't know.
I've never even heard of that name before.
No, I haven't.
I like Elazar.
Lazar?
Elazar Early, a native of Charleston, South Carolina, who constructed their building as the City Hotel in 1821. Not only was it the first hotel in Savannah, but it was home to the first branch of the United States Post Office in Savannah.
Boom.
Look at that.
Yep. A lot of history there.
It also served as a branch of the Bank of the United States. Must have been a convenient having a hotel, post office, bank, and bar all under one roof. That sounds fantastic to
You
me.
can get hammered, mail your shit out, and then go sleep it off. Right? And you can get money out too.
Yeah, so you can actually
So you could waste all your money at the bar because you could get drunk, go get more money, get drunker, mail out a package, and then go sleep it off.
all on one roof.
Yeah.
Without even leaving.
And you have to leave.
That's pretty amazing.
Sounds good to me.
I like that. During the hotel's tenure, many notable people stayed at the hotel. The guests included War of 1812 hero Winfield Scott, the Marquis de Lafayette, the first three Commodore of the United States Navy.
Is that the band, the Commodores?
I hope so. Lionel Richie, is he in
Yeah,
there?
he stayed there, I think.
Yeah, that'd be amazing if he did. Freaking Lionel
He may
Richie.
have, you never know.
Yeah, that's true. And naturalist James
Commodores.
Audubon.
Oh, yeah, he's great. He's got a park.
Yeah?
Down in New Orleans, they got Audubon Park.
Oh, I don't know anything about
Good
that.
stuff. Their zoo is Audubon Zoo.
Isn't Audubon? How do I know
There's
that?
like a society, too, like the Audubon
Yeah,
Society.
is that from
It's all
him?
the same shit, yeah.
Oh,
Same
okay.
guy. He did all that
He's a
nature.
famous naturalist.
Did all that nature stuff, you know.
Yeah, oh, good for him.
Save the animals.
Yeah. Audubon stayed 6 months at the hotel while attempting to sell books of his wildlife sketches.
Notice it says attempting. I
Yeah.
wonder if he actually sold any.
No, he
I
didn't.
mean, obviously he did something.
That's why he was only there for 6 months. He'd been there longer if he actually sold something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever. In 1851, Peter Wiltberger bought the city hotel. He renovated it and put a live lion and lioness on display to draw attention to his business. That sounds horrible.
It does sound fucking awful.
The city hotel's final guest checked out on 1864, just before the arrival of General Tecumseh Sherman during the War of Northern Aggression, Jesus, and the subsequent closing of the hotel. The building also served as a hospital during Savannah's numerous yellow fever outbreaks.
Do they really? Is that what they called the Civil War? Is that what they're calling it? Or is that something that I don't know about?
The
War of Northern Aggression?
It's because you're in Savannah, Georgia.
Is that what they're calling it?
You have to look that up now. That needs to be looked up right now. That'd be hilarious if they called it that.
Fucked up, dude.
I mean,
I glanced right over that when I was writing it. I didn't even think twice about it. Now that I'm hearing it out loud, though,
it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. I mean, if you're in the South, you're saying that it was Northern aggression.
Yeah, I guess, dude. Let me see what
that has to be the fucking Civil War.
All right, keep going. I'll find it.
All right. Well, hundreds of people, mostly children, reportedly died, unfortunately, on the upper floors of the building during these outbreaks when the building functioned as a makeshift hospital. It is not surprising that children's spirits are often seen in the Moon River Brewing Company. So that would make sense. There was a lot of, yellow fever outbreaks, and you know how that goes.
Yeah.
At the turn of the century, the building was used as a lumber and coal warehouse. As the use of coal slowly died off, the building was used for general storage. In the 1960s, the space was renovated as an office supply store, complete with a large printing press. What's it say? It is a Civil War, isn't it?
It is, dude. The name, the War of Northern Aggression, has been used to indicate that the Union was the belligerent party in the war. The name arose in the 1950s during the Jim Crow era, when it was coined by segregationists who tried to equate contemporary efforts to end segregation with 19th century efforts to abolish slavery.
Okay, so kids in Savannah, they go to school. And
so I didn't mean to put that in there. I apologize. Yeah. I wasn't paying attention. That sounds pretty dick, though.
Students, please take out your books. We're going to be discussing the Fuck the Yankees War.
Apparently. That's fucked up, dude.
That's pretty fucked up. It's funny.
I guess.
I understand it.
Why'd you put that on a website for a business?
Because they're in the South, I guess.
That's where I got that shit from.
I mean,
history of the building.
It's so fucked up. Anyway, so if you're not from the United States and you're not familiar with the Civil War, where the North and the South territories decided to go at it,
Sherman's the one that fucking burned everything down, isn't he?
Yeah, apparently the South refer to it as "go fuck yourself, Northerns."
Apparently, man.
Yeah, that's
still hanging on to that.
a little tether going on. I was not familiar with that. At the
I've
turn
never
of
heard that before.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. So the building sat empty until 1995 when it was renovated into its current configuration as a brew pub. Yay!
Much better than anything else that's been so far.
The Moon River Brewing Company debuted in this space on April 10th, 1999, and welcomes all who pass by. So there you can see there's quite a bit of history with this building. Now, a bit about the brewery, which I'm very intrigued by. Moon River Brewing Company opened to the public in 1999 on the site of the former Oglethorpe Brewing Company. I got that.
What movie is that from? Isn't there somebody named Oglethorpe in is that Trading Places? Isn't the one dude's name Oglethorpe?
It's Winthrop.
Who's the other one then? What's Oglethorpe in?
Okay, it's Winthrop. And oh my God, I just saw.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Everyone's out there right now.
I feel like Oglethorpe was like a fat kid in a movie. I'm not even kidding. I think he was. I think he was like a fat kid in like a movie. God, I gotta find out that. God damn this episode.
Oglethorpe. So anyway, that happened in the brewing company or whatever. So 2010, the brewery won a gold medal for its Rosemary India Pale Ale.
Might have been Bad News Bears. I'm gonna look though.
Okay, that sounds about right. In the herb and spice or chocolate beer category.
Did I fuck something up?
No, it's just what a category. So it's the herb and spice or chocolate beer category. Yeah. Seems a bit polar on the.
It is kind of weird.
The taste sensations.
Oh,
there,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the Great American Beer Festival in Denver, Colorado. So that's where they won that. In 2003, the brewery was voted number 28 on the top 50 American brew pubs in the United States by BeerAdvocate.com. And if you don't know about Beer Advocate, they're one of the most popular beer online zines ever. Yeah, so it's pretty awesome.
It was Bad News Bears, by the way.
Was it? His name was actually Oglethorpe?
His name's Oglethorpe.
Wow, good catch.
He was a fat kid, too.
That's good on you.
He's the catcher.
Good on you. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, all right. In 2014, the brewery won a gold medal for its Bomb, an Irish-style stout at the World Beer Cup. Don't know if that's the greatest name for an Irish-style beer. Right, yeah. Okay. So they're edgy. I'm feeling they're pretty edgy down there.
Yeah, I like it.
Jesus. In 2017, Moon River Brewing Company took home a gold medal at the Great American Beer Festival for their Wild Wacky Wit in the Belgian-style wit beer category. Along with the medal, They were also awarded Best Mid-Size Brew Pub and Mid-Size Brew Pub Brewer
Guys
of the
are
Year.
killing it,
These
dude.
guys are doing awesome. I've never even heard of them.
This was the only one of all the ones that I did that I've heard of.
Oh, you have heard of these?
I heard of them before I did this, yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of these guys before. That's weird. So now that we know the history of the building and a little bit about the brewery, let's talk about the good stuff. You know, why we're here.
Why are we here?
The hauntings.
Okay.
There are many people who will tell you that the ghosts only are left behind when a person dies a tragic or violent death. If that is true, then the Moon River Brewing Company may very well be a deeply haunted place. Enough violence has taken place inside the building to easily leave several restless spirits behind. As we all know, that's typically how it happens, right?
Yeah.
The hundreds of children who died of yellow fever are the most numerous deaths that took place. Though it was mostly children who perished, many adults also died on the top floors of the brewery. Dying young and sick is always a tragedy and might just be enough to leave behind a few ghosts. I would say so.
Probably.
Yes. Most, yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's good odds.
Yeah.
If ghosts were to appear, that would probably be.
Sure.
Do you know that Einstein actually believed that ghosts would existed?
Because they do exist.
Okay. The building was used as a hospital quite a few times as yellow fever kept hitting Savannah. This meant that an impromptu hospital had to be constructed in order to treat and house all of the children falling sick. The amount of people who died of yellow fever during separate outbreaks is alarming and tragic. More vindictive acts of violence. I was like, of violence included a shooting of a known town vagrant in 1832.
He's a vagrant.
Yeah, I mean, what does that mean? He's just homeless?
I don't know. The dirty homeless guy.
He just shot the guy.
Cleaning up the town.
Where are you going? Nowhere. I got no place to be. Oh, yeah? That sounds horrible. Savannah, what the fuck are we doing? In 1832, a doctor by the name of Dr. Philip Minus, that's pretty awesome, shot a drunk man named James Stark inside the then hotel. James Stark was a known...
Say Phil Minus really quickly.
Phil Minus?
And maybe a little drunk.
What? Phil Minus. If you said it Southern, out there's Phil Minus. Phil Minus. He was known as a drunken troublemaker who seemed to have a reputation for insulting people and hated by the people of Savannah. So, of course, this guy fucking did him in.
See, he was a dirty vagrant.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
After Dr. Minus shot Stark, he insisted that he had seen Stark going for his gun first. Oh, of course he did. Dr. Minus was quickly acquitted of the crime as Stark was not liked in the town and Savannah needed a doctor.
We can't convict him, then we don't have a doctor. What are we going to do?
I think he's all right. Yeah, we were going to hang him, but I'm pretty sure Priscilla over there needs her tooth pulled. So, yeah, he'll be all right. So fucking ridiculous.
He was just a vagrant anyway.
Right. An unpunished murder could be enough to leave a man who was known to be angry in life behind to cause more trouble in death. Okay, so that makes sense. The guy was kind of an angry bastard, and he got shot. And
Dr. Minus fucking killed him.
Minus. Jesus. One of the biggest acts of violence that occurred in the walls of the brewery took place in 1860. The Civil War had not yet started, but there was already a clear hatred for Yankees in Georgia. And no, not the baseball team.
I was going to say, people hated him back then?
I mean, probably.
Yeah, they would have. They definitely would have.
Yeah, a Yankee by the name of James Sinclair came into town and decided to stay at the city hotel. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, boy.
Oh, no, you.
Oh.
Where's Dr. Minus?
Dr. Minus, where are you at? The residents of Savannah were furious at the thought of having a Yankee in their midst.
How ridiculous is that, dude?
You mean there's a Yankee?
Where's he from? I don't know, somewhere up north. Get him!
The people of Savannah tried to pressure Sinclair into leaving the town of his own accord, but he refused. The anger and hate of a Yankee in town were enough to cause a mob to form in the streets of Savannah.
Mobs. Always good.
The Lynch Mob, great group, by the way.
George Lynch. Are you talking about the rap group or are you talking about the metal group?
Told you, man, I'm on this hip-hop kick right now.
No, they're good too. They're both good.
I love Lynch Mob.
Yeah.
Sorry, we all know. That's Ice Cube, Lynch Mob.
Yeah.
Lynch Mob, Gorillas in the Mist.
Dude, he was like a part of so much good shit.
Ice Cube?
West Side Connection.
Oh, yeah. Who was that was in...
Dub C.
With, who was the other rapper in West Side?
There was three of them. It was Ice Cube, fucking... I can't even think
E40.
of it. No.
Yeah, it was E40, I
I
thought.
don't think so.
You sure?
Was it E40?
I think it's E40.
I don't fucking remember. Whatever.
West Side. Anyway, here we are, just the two of the biggest nerds ever, and here we're talking about West Side Connection. Anyway, the lynch mob marched through the city and into the hotel. They dragged Sinclair into the streets outside of the building, where they stripped and beat him. Sinclair lived through the incident, but was beaten near enough to the point of death that the violent experience might have caused him to come back and haunt where his tragedy took place. Okay, that seems like it might be a stretch.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Why you gotta strip him before you beat him, though?
Tag his clothes off because it's embarrassing.
I guess.
It's like back when they
what if
used
he had
to-
a huge dick, though? And they're like, they strip him, and they're like, all right, put that shit back on.
Yeah. Wait, now we have to kill you. That man's pecker's bigger than everyone in town.
Making us look bad. Now we gotta kill him.
Even the horse is embarrassed. What the hell? Fucking hell. So anyway, I highly doubt that his spirit would come back after this, but who knows? Maybe it's very possible.
It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, you never
That one's
know.
definitely a stretch, but you never know. There's still violent acts like around the hotel. A lot of violent energy.
Yeah. It's energy. It's negative energy, right? Starting at the bottom of things means beginning with the ghosts that haunt the basement of the Moon River Brewing Company.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably, the most famous ghost of the brewing company is named Toby. Yikes. And is often seen wandering in the basement. This is one of the ghosts that the staff saw often enough they decided he deserved a name. Aw. How precious.
Like a fucking pet dog.
Yeah, and mildly horrifying. The basement is widely regarded as the most active floor in the brewery. It might not have the feeling of the top floor or the violent history of the other floors, but it certainly has the most ghost encounters. Toby is known to brush up against the people playing in the billiard room or get frustrated and push them.
He's just trying to get by. This guy's playing pool. Toby just wants to get by.
But yeah, he's saying, excuse me, but you can't hear him.
Right.
Right?
He's like, what the fuck? Just go!
Yeah, he's being polite. He's like that dude from Ghost that freaks out. You know what I mean? On the subway.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I hear you.
It happens. There are a few people who will tell you that slaves were kept in the basement. Oh my God. Which would certainly be a reason for a haunting, but there is no evidence this is true.
There you go. See?
Ooh, boy. Well,
see? You feel a little bit better now.
Just because the name
With
of the
Toby
ghost.
thing? Yeah, I got you.
I was feeling a little bit rough on that one.
It's okay.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. People who have been in the basement of the brewery have reported many different signs of a haunting. These signs include sudden coldness. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
They are in a basement, though. Bottles falling or being thrown. Suspect. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the feeling of being touched by someone who is not there.
Toby.
So, kind of like, jail.
Touched by an angel?
Toby.
Touched by a Toby?
That's right, Toby. He's probably just like,
That sounds like something completely different.
that's yeah. I would not look that up on like Pornhub if I were you. Yeah, just don't do
Might
that.
be getting the FBI at your house pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we're innocent here, folks. So the second floor of the brewery is also known for having many strange occurrences. This is the floor where James Stark was shot by Dr. Mayanus.
Every time you hear it now,
It's there. It's just etched in my brain. It's Mayanus. There are different reports of where exactly the shooting took place, but they all seem to agree it was somewhere on the main floor. Many people believe that Stark is the reason many people report liquor bottles being thrown.
he's just pissed.
Just launching
You
bottles.
motherfuckers! Son of a bitch.
There are also those who believe he is the reason for some of the more violent reports of grabbing, hitting, and pushing that people experience while inside the brewery. The main floor is also where the dining room is placed. There have been a few patrons who have said that they felt someone touch them while they were eating, but no one was around them. Several women have also complained of feeling cold in the bathroom or being locked into a stall.
Hey. We all the women complain about being cold all the time anyways. Am I right? Am I right? Sorry, ladies. It's true, though. You know
It is true. It is
You're
true.
always cold. You're always cold, women. Why are you always cold?
I wonder why that is. Because they're smaller? They have less? No?
All of them. Sorry. I'm just digging a hole today.
Yeah, that's pretty not good. You can send all hate mail to Moody at. No, I'm just
Dude, I
kidding.
would love some hate. Dude, I kind of want some hate mail.
Do you really?
It means we've made it.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if that's.
I think it means you made it. When people start hating you, that means you made it. Like when you get haters, like legit haters, means you're doing it right, bud.
Okay, well, started from the bottom. Now I'm here, right?
Shut up.
Sorry, it's the hip. I'm
That's not even 90s. That's like 5 years ago.
I know. It's just there. Several women have also complained of feeling cold in the bathroom, like I said, or locked into a stall, which is completely fucked up if someone would actually lock them into the stall. This floor might not be the most haunted room in the building, likely because it is so busy with people, but it has its fair share of activity. The top 2 floors are known to have more violent encounters than those happen in the basement or even the main floor. A full body apparition is known as the Woman in White and has been seen on the 3rd floor several times by many different people. She is one of the most well-known ghosts of the brewery and is sometimes referred to as Mrs. Johnson. So they're just naming all these motherfuckers?
I guess, dude. I don't know. I'll go here.
I'm sorry, Miss Johnson.
I was thinking the same thing, but I'm like, no, it's Jackson. I can't do that.
I can still do it. I'm sorry. It's just anyway. The 3rd floor is one of the floors where many children died of yellow fever. This means it is no surprise that many workers and patrons have reported hearing children talking and playing on this floor.
Dude, I'd fucking hightail it out of that place. Fucking ghost kid shit creeps me out. So for some reason, that over anything else. Like in movies.
I think we've talked about that before. You've mentioned that.
That's like shit. Like horror movies doesn't bother me. Like none of that shit like gets to me. But dude, you get like a creepy kid or like kids singing weird and horror. Oh, fuck that. I'm out of here, dude. Yeah, that shit. I don't know. There's just something so fucking off.
Yeah,
like, it just make it.
It's off-putting. It's extremely off-putting. Yeah, until you realize it's like Chucky, and then you just want to slap that doll in the face because it sucks.
Yeah,
but you know, some people like Chucky. I wasn't a fan of Chucky.
I like Chucky. I like him.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
I like the original.
Like the first 3 were great. Yeah. And then it just kind of got silly. Yeah. But some of the silly ones were just as good though, because they were just on purposely silly.
Some of them are. Have you heard of the movie WrestleManiac?
No.
There is a horror movie based off a wrestler called WrestleManiac.
It sounds amazing.
And it just popped up on one of my forums or whatever that I was on, and I was just like,
yeah, we gotta.
I have to watch that.
Drunken movie review?
Yes. We'll add it to the fucking list.
Yeah, right.
Jesus. We'll get there. We promise.
It's like a Ponzi scheme. We keep promising you guys shit.
Speaking of, you hear that
dude died.
Mr. Ponzi himself passed away. What the hell's his name?
I don't remember that guy's name.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But he died.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, fuck him. When even the people who run the brewery are talking about hearing children running the halls or in the halls, you know there is something going on. So even the owners are like, did we hear kids?
They're open about it, man. They definitely tell you.
Yikes. In the 1990s, there was construction being done on the 3rd floor. During this time, the wife of the foreman was pushed down the stairs on the 3rd floor and fell all the way down the staircase. She was shoved hard enough that it was clear she had not just simply fallen. Yikes. The foreman immediately stopped construction on the building and left.
First of all, what the fuck was the foreman's wife doing at the construction site?
Friggin' sandwiches.
You son of a bitch. Now you're the asshole.
Why?
Why has the wife got to bring sandwiches?
Because she is a nice woman that brings sandwiches to the people that are working.
They could have ordered Subway.
Maybe she was bringing Subway.
Fair.
Okay. Several other people have reported feeling people pulling on them or pushing them when they walk on the stairs of the brewing company. This particularly takes place on the 3rd floor, which many people argue has the most aggressive spirits in the building. Obviously, if you're walking and someone's throwing you down a fucking flight of steps, that's a bit aggressive.
Not very happy.
Yeah, it's a bit aggressive.
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. That's awesome.
That's what the kids are singing. That's what they hear them singing before someone is pushed down the stairs.
Where's that song? Come on. Yeah.
It's from, I know Faith No More does a.
Yeah. Faith No More, for sure. The final floor of the brewery has been said to have a dark energy that the other floors do not possess. This could be because the majority of yellow fever victims and patients were housed on this floor while the building was being used as a hospital. The victims of the terrible virus might still be trapped, feeling the hopelessness they felt in the moments before they died. Interestingly, there are not many reports of actual activity on this floor. So why are we mentioning?
Keep reading.
Okay. Just saying. There are so many reports on the other floors that almost everyone who has been to the brewery has a different paranormal experience. Yet the top floor, where hundreds died, is only known for its terrible energy.
That's why.
Oh, okay. Now it makes sense. The same stories of children playing and talking are told about the 4th floor. This is likely because so many children have died on that floor over the years. Many people agree that if anyone is haunting the brewery, it is the ghosts of the children who died young and sick on the top floors of the building.
Count
Yikes.
me the fuck out of that one.
Yeah.
I'll go in the basement. I'll talk to Toby. Fuck those kids, though.
And Mrs. Johnson.
I'll talk to Toby and Mrs. Johnson.
Yeah, I'll hang with those. But yeah. You're not I'm okay with the kids. It might be a little creeped out, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I would do it just to see what happened. But if I heard fucking kids singing, dude, you'd see like a smoke fucking silhouette of me like in the cartoon.
just heels and elbows, just down the fucking trail
I'm not
behind
afraid
you.
to admit it.
Who is your most horrifying child in a horror movie, like the bad seed?
I don't know, man. Kid from fucking Pet Cemetery creeps me out.
Gage.
Yeah,
That's mine too.
that kid creeps me
From the
fuck out.
original
Yeah,
Pet
the
Sematary.
original one.
And when he comes, I want to play with you.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Fucking slices that dude's.
Yeah. And he's just laughing the whole time.
I don't like that
Oh,
guy.
that'll fucker. So this is speculation that none of the spirits want to linger where so many died, because they don't want to hang out there because it's too negative for the fucking ghosts. They're like, this
It's true.
If the energy is that dark, that ghosts don't want to hang out there, that's dark. That's dark.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Dark, yeah.
Or maybe the lack of ghosts on the final floor makes patrons feel an emptiness after experiencing so much activity from the other floors.
That's true.
Either way, the top floor of the Moon River Brewing Company does not seem to be anyone's favorite floor, whether they are dead or alive, which is
You spin me right round. No? Was that Orgy that did that? Who did that?
Dope.
Dope did that.
Dope.
Yeah, Dope did that one, yeah.
Dope. No, wait, that's Blue October I'm doing now. Yeah. No, not Blue October.
No, that's right. No,
Blue
you're
Monday.
right.
Blue Monday.
Orgy did Blue Monday.
Orgy did Blue Monday.
And Dope did You Spin Me Round.
Right, by Dead
Yeah.
or Alive.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, folks. Yeah, it's bad in May. Anyway. So that's the craziness of Moon River Brewing Company in Savannah.
So AD. We're so ADD today,
Yeah,
dude.
it's all over the place. So stop in and have a drink and see a ghost and tell Toby we said hi if you see
Yeah.
him.
You know what? Tell him we said hi.
And what was Miss?
Miss Johnson.
I'm sorry, Miss Johnson.
Tell those kids to shut the fuck up.
Get those kids the fuck out of here. So next up, we are heading.
Don't push me.
That's all it is, just like a sibling rivalry going up there all the time. Stop it. Next up, we were heading to Missouri and checking out a winery.
We're going with a winery this
Aw,
time.
Look at that.
Brewery to a winery. I know you like wine too,
I
buddy.
do.
See,
I do.
dude, got you, bro.
I do. I feel it. I feel
You're
it. I
gonna
feel
love
love.
the third
I feel
one, by the
love.
way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm a. I don't judge alcohols. I just drink them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's the best way to go.
And some people are like, oh, I don't like wine.
I don't like wine. It
Have
just
you-
doesn't do it for me.
You just haven't had good wine.
I've had lots of wine, dude, over my time.
But have you ever had like good wine?
Dude, I worked in like fucking fancy ass restaurants. I've had good wine. I've had like a couple $100 bottles of wine I've drank.
No, just because they're expensive doesn't mean they're good.
Okay, fair enough. But still, I've had
Same.
really good wine.
All right, then you just
Just don't like it.
don't like wine.
It's just not my thing, dude.
That's fine. God,
If it was haunted, I might like it more.
dude, we need to get some haunted wine.
Say absolutely.
That'd be amazing. I wonder how.
Let's call this place.
Yeah. Well, this place is called the Belvoir, right?
Yeah, fancy.
Winery. And the winery is located at the Oddfellows Home District in Liberty, Missouri. The Oddfellows.
You almost said Liberty Mutual, didn't you?
Fucking close. I did. I was close. The Oddfellows Home District site has a ton of history and is also visually a great site to see. The Oddfellows Home Complex is architecturally significant as a collection of Jacobean.
Jacob Ethan.
That's what I said. Revival educational and institutional buildings. What the hell is Jacobean? Book of Jacob?
Just a type of fucking architecture.
Oh, okay. Thought it was like something had to. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You don't.
I know.
You've made that abundantly clear.
Listen, I'm every time I'm reading this, I'm going through going, what the fuck is next? You know what I mean? So my mind's
preparing yourself
my
for
mind's
it.
just not letting me go with it yet. So I'll get
So
there.
far, it's been pretty good. I
I'll
haven't
get
fucked
there.
up too
Yes,
much.
Yes, it's good. The three remaining historic buildings, the administration building, the old folks building, and the old hospital, were all designed by different architects over a period of 23 years. Yet all are cohesive in the design and embody the distinctive characteristics of the style. So that sounds cool. Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Actually. Sounds like
It's cool that they were able
Beautiful.
to figure that out.
Yeah. After the first structure used as the home was burned in February of 1900 in an attempt to unthaw frozen pipes. That's not how you do it, folks. I mean, well, I guess technically you
How
did.
do we thaw them pipes out? I don't know. Burn the house down? Sounds good to me.
The guy walked away like, listen, man, I did my job. You know what I mean?
Pipes are unthawed.
The pipes are unthawed. Anyway, so this is the Grand Lodge of Missouri, the IOOF, advertised for designs of a completely fireproof building to house offices, classrooms, dormitories for the orphans, and rooms for the elderly. So they were looking for, like, listen, this motherfucker just burnt the place down. We don't want this to happen again.
You just wrap this shit in asbestos.
Right. Can someone please? And that's probably all they did, too. Just, ugh. That's probably where the ghost came from. Anyway, the architects selected were Albert Nell and William B. Ittner of St. Louis. The administration building designer, designed by Ittner, set the precedent for the rest of the Oddfellow complex buildings. So, the first one he built was like, they were like, this is banging, let's make it look like that.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
All right, yeah, I dig it. Although designed by other later architects, the other buildings reference this unique style. There were 3 other buildings designed in this style on the site. One, the school building, was torn down in the early 1950s to make way for the newer hospital. The school building was built in 1904 and designed by J.H. Felt and Company of Kansas City, who also designed some later editions of the Odd Fellows. The Old Folks Building, it's just the fact they call it the Old Folks.
I love
it's
it.
Such a fucking.
I love it.
It's just so spot on and perfect.
And it's like, it's not like bad.
Can we call every retirement home like the Old Folks Home?
It sounds like homey.
The Old Folks Home.
It's like, it sounds comfortable.
Yeah. It makes it feel less
than
stale.
like nursing home.
Yeah, nursing home, retirement center.
Yeah.
No, it's the Old Folks Home.
Retirement center. It sounds like you're putting them like, you're just like, yeah, right. Just go over there and just fucking die.
And you go over here.
Like the old folks home. Like you see like the old folks partying. It's like the old folks home.
The
man.
old folks kicking it. Yeah. See, that makes me feel better about it.
Yeah.
So the Old Folks Building, at first called the Old Folks Pavilion, was designed by E.C.
sounds even better.
I know, the Old Folks Pavilion.
Yeah.
That sounds like where the party's happening.
That sounds like a concert hall.
Yeah. They're out there just
doing the fucking Charleston.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, see? Come on, dame. Back in my day, you were a looker. You realize that the older that we all progressively get, the less that style of what the old folks and what people used to do back in the day is just dying out.
Oh yeah.
And it sucks.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be, people are gonna, yeah.
Like that was such a classy time.
Everyone
and a
wore
classy
suits
era.
all the time to do mowing lawns and suits
For everything.
and shit. Yeah.
Like everything. Like getting on an airplane, you wore a suit because it was like, it was
Gotta look good.
It was an adventure,
Yeah, people gave a fuck back then.
Yeah, maybe there was a little bit too much wife smacking, but I mean,
Is there ever too much wife? I'm sorry, ladies. I apologize.
Joke. It's a joke.
I
If you don't know by now,
I do not condone wife beating.
No, should not condone wife beating.
Danny's gonna kick my ass when she hears this.
What the fuck?
Slapping me in the car. What the fuck's wrong with you? Love you.
So it was designed by E.C. Eckel and built during 1907 to 1908 in order to accommodate the growing number of applications for admittance. The old hospital was built in 1923 and designed by Samuel M. Hitt. Wow, that didn't look right at all. Of Kansas City.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, it just didn't, whatever. Viewed all together, the 3 remaining buildings not only document the evolution of this style over a quarter of a century, but the typical building technology and materials for institutional structures as well.
That's cool, man.
Right?
And it's still there.
Yeah, sounds badass. The old folks.
I saw the pictures of it, man. The pictures are cool.
Yeah?
It's a cool looking building.
Maybe we'll post some pictures up.
We should.
We should post
I just didn't want to do it right now because, I was like,
yeah, because then I'm going to see it.
couldn't because it's a surprise. Right?
I've been like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, it looks like a building.
Why are we both The Odd Fellows home is significant as an early 20th century example of a statewide home providing care and education for the orphans and elderly members of a fraternal organization. Wait a minute. The Odd Fellows home. Okay, I thought it was the Old Folks home. I was like, why are the orphans staying at the Old Folks home? It doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know. I mean,
Someone's got to take care of them.
I guess that's true. Have the old folks take care of the orphans.
They got nothing else to do.
That's fantastic. The Independent Order of Odd Fellows, the IOOF, is one of the largest.
That's one of the groups, by the way. This is one of the possible bonus episodes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's one of the largest fraternal and benevolent orders in the United States. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
The chief purpose of the Order of Odd Fellows is to give aid, assistance, and comfort to its members and their families. Because the Grand Lodge made it impossible for the home to reject an applicant due to a physical disability,
Which is awesome.
many residents required hospital care beyond that provided by the staff nurse and doctor. So is that kind of like the guys with the hats? The Shriners?
Yeah, I guess it's similar. It's one of those groups
Right?
like that.
It's kind of like
It's a they're based off of like a religious thing too.
the Shriners are?
No, the Independent Order of Odd Fellows. They're like a Christian based like fraternal organization.
Oh, okay. Hospital facilities were moved to the old folks building, but by 1910,
There you go.
yeah, I love that building. It was apparent that by 1910, it was apparent that a separate hospital building would be needed. It wasn't until 1923 that the hospital, now known as the Old Hospital, was constructed on the northern end of the property for a period. The hospital was the only medical facility in Liberty. It even had its own laboratory. As the chief purpose of the Odd Fellows Society was to give aid, assistance, and comfort to members and families. Like we talked about before, the Grand Lodge, Missouri helped in times of death as well as sickness and misfortune. A cemetery plot, headstone, and burial services were all part of the large system of benefits that were available to the Odd Fellows. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so if you're a member of that organization,
They basically take care of your
they take
funeral.
care of your family, and they take care of you, and when you die, they give you a headstone, a plot, and all that shit.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually.
That's absolutely.
That's why I'd like to get more into this group and see what's up.
That's amazing. Usually the elderly residents of the home who had no other arrangements were buried there. Current IOOF members also had the option to be buried at the Liberty Complex. The cemetery is currently located on the northern end of the property. The cemetery contains the remains of nearly 600 people. Just outside the cemetery gates sits a memorial dedicated by the Liberty IOOF Lodge to honor members who were killed in World War II. Again, awesome. Holy shit. I love these guys. It's freaking fantastic. So it's super cool to hear the story of the place that you go without even thinking about it. That being said, let's get into what this history had contributed to. The hauntings. You like how I did that?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
The hauntings.
Not so good.
It wasn't. It was better the first time, wasn't it?
You almost were leaning towards a Sean Connery without the lisp.
It's the hauntings.
That's better. I like that. You can do that.
Now let's talk about the hauntings. I saw a meme the other day. Hold on. And it was Sean Connery, and it's, oh my God. I got to remember what it was. I'll think about it. But it was so freaking hilarious. It is believed that many of the nearly 600 people who are buried in the cemetery on the site may still be lingering around, haunting the winery buildings. Ghost sightings have included orphan children. Yeah, there's Moody's favorite.
Fuck that.
A mischievous man. And a singing old lady.
The mischievous man might be me, actually. Trying to fuck with all the kids.
Just doing like shit that just kind of mildly inconveniences.
Just annoying shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Untying your shoes.
But not like tying them back together or anything, just untying
Like
them.
blowing in your ear when you're walking and shit like that. Just fucking with you.
Misplacing the remote.
Moving it over here.
Hiding the keys. Yeah. What the fuck?
Tipping over your wine.
No, okay, that's too much. You've gone too far. That's not
I'm
mildly
sorry.
inconvenient. Okay. Like you stop.
You're at a winery. It's a mild inconvenience. It's like you can't get more.
Yeah, you gotta pay for it. Shit.
That ain't my problem.
And also a singing old lady. I don't know if I mentioned the singing old lady, but yes. The stories of hauntings abound. People have heard odd voices and noises, including children giggling and running up and down the stairs. Doors have opened and closed by themselves. The owner tells an account of seeing a little boy in a red shirt, blue knickers, and brown boots who appeared near the fireplace. Although the boy was visible, the owner could still see the details of the fireplace through him. Ha ha ha. Children have been heard singing Ring Around the Rosie in the halls. Okay. Yeah.
I would burn that building down.
Yeah, that's
If I owned a haunted building and I heard kids singing Ring Around, dude, I would fucking burn it down. I'd be like, you know what? Fuck y'all, I'm out. I'd burn it down.
Yeah, that's a bit excessive.
No, you know what I'd do? I would hire someone to do it for the insurance money.
Okay. Remember that psychopath thing that we talked about last week?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay.
That's exactly where I'm going.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay. The owner's daughter heard a little girl talk to her. The piano has played on its own. Perhaps the most haunted building on the property is an old brick hospital that was constructed in 1923. Located on the northern end of the property, it is known as Old Hospital. The winery and its buildings are also popular with people in the supernatural business. Professional paranormal investigators such as the ghost hunters and creeps. What is creeps?
I don't know, dude.
Is it like another ghost hunting
It's
thing?
just like they're like a group.
But it's creeps, all capitals. So it's got to
Ghost
be
Hunters, by the way, Ghost Hunters is not Ghost Adventures. So that's not Zach Baggins and his douchebag
It's
friends.
the East Coast ones, right?
Ghost Hunters are actually, like, I watched them a little bit. They're, at least early on when I used to watch them, they would actually go into places and be like, yeah, your shit ain't haunted. Like, they were actually like,
Is that with the heavyset ball guy?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So that
and
one's
they
not
would be
bad.
like, they
That
would
one's
go
not
into like
bad.
places like people's houses. They're like, we didn't find shit, so I don't know what to tell you.
All right, what is creeps though? It's creeps with a Z. Hold on.
I think it's just like a paranormal investigation group from down south somewhere.
Okay. We're gonna see what this is, just because all of these are so funny to me.
Creeps. That's a great name.
Creeps with a Z. I want to know what it stands for. Creeps. There's no. Oh, here it is. Creeps Ghost Commandos. What?
Wow.
Hold on. This is just, it's so exciting to me.
Does it stand for anything?
City and rural explorers examining paranormal zones.
Dude, they're really pushing that one. Wait, what is it? City and what?
City and rural explorers examining paranormal zones.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Like, that's.
They have 1,300 people that like
You
their,
do
their
cool
Facebook
shit.
page.
I'm sure you do great stuff, but bro, change the name.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do one, and I wanted to call it like the what is it? The Paranormal Ohio, whatever. But the acronym turned out to be POOP. So it was like POOP. You know what I mean? I always wanted to do that. It was something of paranormal or something. I forget what it was, but yeah, I always wanted to do of poop. Hi, we're from Poop.
Dude, I'm down. We should do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'll find it somewhere. I got it around somewhere. I don't know. It's just poop.
Who investigated? Poop.
Poop was here. You guys heard about those poop guys? Yeah, they're amazing. They're not shitty at all. Fuck. Anyway, they have found both creeps and ghost hunters have found remarkable amounts of evidence. People have had some odd experiences during some of these investigations. On one occasion, while investigating the hospital, a woman had to sit down after feeling unsteady. She stood after a few minutes, but then heard her head hit a wall. Jesus. Her eyes were rolling back in her head, and she was sweating. When she finally recovered, she had no memory of what had happened. During the same exploration, investigators heard a deep growl coming from the room known as the, quote, mischievous man's room. When they heard it again, one woman offered to check it out. Well, of course she would.
Did you guys hear that? Sounds like a demon. Oh, yeah, I'll go check it out.
Yeah, I'll be right back. It'll be fine. She's got all that wine in her. She's liquored up. She's good to go.
No, I'll go on my own, too. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'll be back. Yeah,
maybe.
Right. As she walked toward the room, she felt an oppressive feeling like doom or dread. Duh. Eventually, she retreated without continuing. The growling ended up being enough for the rest of the group as well. At this point, they were all ready to leave the building. In the administration building, once used as an orphanage, meters went crazy when investigators sang Mary Had a Little Lamb. And again, that's
as long as the kids weren't singing it, we're good.
Yeah, that'd be, yeah. In an outbuilding once used for food storage, dowsing rods turned up some interesting activity. Supposedly, the orphans used to hide in the storage space in order to avoid their chores. Little bastards. When investigators asked questions such as, "Where are your friends?" the rods pointed to locations throughout the room. A conversation through the dowsing rods continued, and when it was time to say goodbye, one woman experienced the feeling of being hugged. Now, which is weird? Which is more precarious here? Being touched, being pushed, or something hugging you?
I mean,
you don't like the kids at all anyway.
If they're not singing and they seem okay, I'm okay with it. It's when they're creepy that it bothers me.
So what if they were singing and then they hugged you?
I'd probably shit my pants. Then I'd really be a member of Poop.
New shirt coming soon. Yes, and I will find out what I actually had that name for it, and I will.
That's going to be our paranormal group.
Yes,
Poop.
it's going to be amazing. I will find it. I swear to God. Voices, laughing, and singing seem to be the most common evidence. However, some people have seen apparitions and shadow people throughout the grounds. One man saw someone peeking around a corner, just looking around like, I'm going back to bed. The feeling of being watched is also common. In addition, much like the women experiencing the hug, others have reported physical contact, such as being grabbed by the shoulders. Again, you're grabbing on me. I don't like that. Belvoir Winery does acknowledge and capitalize on the hauntings and old buildings. Besides the public paranormal investigations in October, they also provide guided tours. It's kind of fun. Other events at the winery include a Halloween masquerade. Sounds fun.
It's a massacre raid.
Oh, I thought you just misspelled that.
Nope.
It's masquerade.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, though.
I don't know. That's what I don't know. So it's a massacreade.
Yeah.
Massacreade. Just even the way it looks, it almost looks like massacreade.
It looks stupid. Yeah.
Come on down to the massacreade. Anyway, they have a massacreade on October 31st and murder mystery dinners in November, December, and January.
The butler did it.
Have you ever been to one of those?
Nope. I want to go though.
Do you?
Oh, hell yeah.
God, it feels so dorky to me.
Nah, it's great.
I don't know.
Even if it sucks, it'd still be funny because you can make fun of everybody.
Yeah, I guess that's true. For all you wine drinkers out there, that one does sound like fun.
You gonna go to that one?
I don't know. It sounds fun. I think my wife would like that one.
All right.
Yeah. Until some little kid hugs her or some shit. Yeah, and then she's gonna fall down.
Swinging.
Yeah, and I'm the one that's gonna get hit. You know what I mean? So I know that's exactly. I'm gonna get popped in the
What happened
eye.
here? How'd you get a black eye? The wife was swinging at ghosts.
Little fucker. He hugged her. She thought it was me. So we've done beer. We've done wine.
Yeah.
What else can we do?
What could we do? What do you got? What's next?
The moonshine.
Moonshine, baby.
Next up on the list, we
This
head
is a
to
good story. This is
Tennessee.
We gotta go. We gotta go to this place. By the way,
Yeah, I'm down. I love Tennessee.
wait till you hear the rest of the story. Wait till you hear the story. It's awesome.
So this is Brushy Mountain Distillery, to be more exact.
Yeah.
The thing that makes this distillery interesting is that it used to be one of the, if not the, most violent and infamous penitentiaries in the state of Tennessee. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary wasn't just a jail. For decades, it was a coal mine for the state of Tennessee that originated in the wake of a bloody labor battle. The end of the Civil War, or what was it called? The aggression
The
of the
War
North.
of Northern
The
Aggression.
the war of fuck the guys from up north. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why that's going to stick with me forever. The end of the Civil War led to a boom in railroad construction and the rapid expansion of the coal mining industry throughout Tennessee. Because many of the state's coal veins were located in remote areas, most mining companies provided housing by collecting rent from miners' wages. What are you laughing about?
Just thinking about Ed Vane.
Ed Vane. That's another shirt too. We could totally do an Ed Vane shirt.
Just make him look like a porn star.
It should be like a picture of like Ed Gain, but but his head's just a cock. it's Ed Vane.
Oh my god!
You know what I mean? It'd be like what are those?
Holy shit!
Those cards from when we were kids.
Oh, the fucking garbage pail.
Garbage Pail Kids. It'd be a
Turn
garbage
him
pail.
into Ed Vane.
Yeah, it's Ed Vane.
Dude, that would be great.
I'm down.
A Garbage Pail Kid shirt.
Yes,
Ed
absolutely.
Vane.
Ed Vane, serial killer with just a big dick, because he was a dick anyway, so it kind of makes sense.
It works.
When those companies opened on-site stores selling food, clothes, and other necessities at inflated prices, already poor workers piled up debt. Well, of course they would. By the time their debt and rent were paid, they had little to show for a meager wage job with dangerous working conditions. The Coal Creek miners were clever, holding strikes in winter when coal demand was high. This tactic worked until a new convict lease program gave companies a cheaper, more compliant workforce. As it fucking would. The prison lease system was adopted throughout the South mainly because state governments couldn't afford to build and maintain prisons or feed, shelter, and clothe inmates, and a convict lease program cut costs and brought in money. Holy shit. Beyond that, officials could exploit the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery but allowed involuntary servitude for criminal punishment.
Bunch of assholes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's fucked up, dude.
So this is like a literal thing. They did this.
Yeah.
So they leased out inmates.
Yeah.
And you kind of had to do it because you were you were an inmate.
You didn't have a choice.
What the holy shit?
Yeah.
That is when federal troops left the South in 1877 after Reconstruction, state officials who were hostile to former slaves handed down long prison terms and life sentences, even for petty crimes. Soon, blacks made up the majority of prisoners in the South. Motherfucking South. Tennessee began leasing prisoners in 1866, and by 1891, the Tennessee coal mine in Anderson County adopted the practice. But of course they would. This fateful decision led to the Coal Creek War, where citizen miners attacked and burned the state prison.
Good. Fuck them.
Absolutely. Stockades and mines then loaded prisoners and guards alike onto a train headed out of town. That's
Get the fuck out of here.
That's awesome. But they loaded themselves up. They were like, let's get out of here. They jumped on a train and dipped out because these guys were freaking I mean, think about that. Like, not only are you a prisoner, but now they're going to make you go work for somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're not making the money off that.
It's fucked up.
They are. They're making the money off that. Yeah, it's
like a temp agency, a really shitty temp agency.
Yeah. One you don't want to work for
No.
ever. Mining companies sent them back, and state officials called in troops for protection. When months of small arms skirmishes led to dead men on both sides, officials realized the cost of maintaining a standing militia undercut any financial gains. And as a convict lease contracts expired, legislation passed to construct the state's first maximum security prison, Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. So that's a fucking amazing story.
Yeah, it's cool. It gets better. There's more cool shit. This was one of the favorite ones.
This is awesome. By 1896, inmates were building an on-site railroad spur as well as the original wooden prison structure with their own hands. Between the ongoing violence, deadly mining accidents, and chronic illness, life inside Brushy was precarious to say the least. Diseases were rampant, including tuberculosis. We know about TB. We've only talked about it like 37,000 times.
Every goddamn episode.
Typhoid fever, pneumonia, and syphilis. Mm-hmm. Which alone affected 3/4 of the black prisoners. What the fuck?
Wait, syphilis?
Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
3/4 of the black prisoners had syphilis. My wife making dinner?
Something smells good.
Or did you fart?
No, something smells good.
Oh.
Definitely wasn't a fart. You wouldn't be talking if it was a fart.
I hope she's making dinner. I'm
Smell
sorry.
garlic.
Oh, yeah, she's cooking. Yeah. Beyond generally poor medical care and treatment, inmates were routinely beaten for underproducing in the mines, despite their dire health conditions, and many died as a result. There was never a death row at Brushy, but there was plenty of death. What did you say? Oh, sorry. While America was roaring through the 20s, convicts at Brushy spent their days in the dark of the mines, urged to dig faster with lashes from thick leather straps, because they were looked down on as just fucking...
It's slave labor.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
You were shit, but you were worse because you were criminals.
Yeah.
So you weren't just a regular slave.
And half of them weren't even actually criminals. Like, they got busted for dumb shit.
For petty crimes.
Yeah.
It's almost like how they're doing it now with these privatized institutions or whatever. We're like, oh, hey, you're going to come in here because we're going to make money off you.
Mm-hmm.
Bastards.
Excuse me. Pardon. Anyways, as we were saying,
their nights were not any better, with men stacked into the original wooden buildings that were falling apart and just waiting to catch fire. In 1931, Brushy held nearly 1,000 inmates, far more than it was ever meant to. In 1931, Brushy housed, like we said, nearly 1,000 inmates, so 976 men, roughly 300 more than its capacity. That's pretty overcrowded.
I'd say so.
Yeah. Overcrowding was so prevalent and persistent, it drew comparisons to conditions inside the infamous Siberian prisons of the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union!
The gulags.
The prison's not that bad, I promise.
Yuri, you don't think so, Yuri?
No, they're okay.
Have you been?
Perhaps I've spent time.
For what? What'd you do?
I'd rather not talk on the cast of pod. I can't do it. I don't want to talk.
Okay, we'll talk later. You'll tell me?
Sounds very good. I like that, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you get those cool, like, Russian prison tattoos that they have?
I could show you, but then I'd have to kill you.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, we'll talk later?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So the state's answer was simple. Plans were drawn for a new structure to be made of reinforced concrete, and they made convicts break sandstone out of the nearby quarry to build the new prison. So they're literally making the people who were going to go in. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, there's been some other prisons that are like that. They make the prisoners build it while they're there.
So
it's just fucking ridiculous.
Constructed.
It's like digging your own grave.
Yeah, absolutely. Constructed in the shape of a Greek cross, it stood 4 stories high, boasted battlements atop, and by 1934 was surrounded by an 18-foot stone wall.
You gotta check it out. We'll have to post pictures of this place too. It's pretty
impressive.
And it's like surrounded by fucking mountains. It's like in a little, like 3 sides are just fucking mountain on it, and it's cool looking.
That's awesome. For a moment, things did get better. The new prison was safer, more sanitary, and built in the shape of a cross, offering inmates a narrow path to redemption. Mining remained the sole mission of the prison until the 1960s, and in 1969, Brushy was reclassified as primarily a maximum security when 100 beds were added to house lesser offenders outside the walls. Many of the new minimum security inmates were entrusted with jobs serving the outside community, such as participating in the Petros Voluntary Fire Department, which operated 24/7 between 1971 and 1994. It's awesome. That's great.
Give them something to do, man.
If you're a lesser offender and you want to work, put them out there.
Hell yeah.
How else are you going to readapt them to society?
Absolutely.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
let these.
Instead of keeping them in a fucking cell all day.
Absolutely. And fucking making them go fucking crazy and creating worse.
Get syphilis.
Yeah. Apparently. By the middle of the century, Brushy's reputation as the last stop for the worst criminals had become legend. If you wore out your welcome at another prison or committed some unspeakable crimes, you ended up at Brushy. And let me tell you, that was never a good thing. In 57, that would be 1957, after finally shutting down the hole, they built D Block to keep the nastiest inmates isolated from the rest. It just happens that D Block was built on the site of the old death house, where the bodies of dead inmates were kept until they were given back to their families or buried at the pauper cemetery up on the hill there. So there could be a little bit of, thing. Sounds to me like a little poltergeist stuff going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, little poltergeist. Yeah, anyway. In 1969, Brushy was reclassified as a maximum security prison. The end of the line.
That's basically the nickname of that place. That's what they called it, the end of the line.
So if you went there, you're fucked.
I think it was on a sign. It even said like the end of the line or whatever like that. Yeah, that's literally what the nickname of that prison was.
Oh, Brushy.
Yeah.
End of the line. You don't want to go to Brushy. That there's the end of the line.
Yep.
Oof. The convicts continued to work and die in the mines for decades. It was Lake Russell, a reform-minded... Oh, his name was Lake Russell. I thought it was talking about an actual lake.
Yeah, that confused me at first when I was writing it.
The guy's name is Lake Russell.
Yeah, Lake Russell.
Howdy, I'm Lake Russell.
I wonder if he's related to Kurt Russell.
Maybe.
One of the greatest actors of our time.
I have to concur.
Yeah.
I do have to concur. Well, he was a reform-minded warden and former football coach at nearby Carson Newman College who finally stopped the mining at Brushy Mountain.
Good for him.
Yeah, of course, the mines were also losing money. So was it a good warden or a good businessman that put an end to it?
Look, either way, they didn't have to do that shit no more.
Yeah, that's a pretty fucking, rough history.
Wait till it gets better, though.
Okay.
It gets better.
Excited. This was the most infamous era of Brushy's history, a time when the assassin James Earl Ray was transported here, tried to escape, failed, got stabbed. I love it. In 1972, the guards went on strike demanding security improvements, and Brushy was shut down for 4 years. So they improved some things and reopened Brushy in 1976. But friends, let me tell you, it was still Brushy. Tensions between black inmates and white inmates threatened to overwhelm a system that just didn't seem capable of containing the evil of this place. In 1982, the powder keg ignited. 7 white inmates held guards hostage at knife point. They took the guards' guns, found 4 of their black rivals in their locked cells, and fired. They killed 2 of them. The other 2 managed to survive by hiding in the corner behind their mattresses. Jesus. This place is just freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, real quick, we should probably touch on the fact of who James Earl Ray is if most people listening right now don't really know who that is.
Yeah. So he,
piece of shit, first of all.
Obviously, he was the one who assassinated Martin Luther King.
Correct. Super big piece of shit.
The story of his escape is pretty insane. Basically, he did escape. He was gone for, I believe it was maybe I can't remember how, it was 50 something hours. He was gone for a couple days, and they ended up catching him back, putting him back. And once he got back in, a bunch of the black inmates got to him, stabbed the shit out of him, almost killed him. He survived.
Oh, he did survive.
He did survive the stabbing. And then after that, they moved him out of that prison.
I mean, first of all, you just let's take all the.
I'm surprised they had him anywhere near.
That's what I was going to say.
Inmate at that point.
Let's take all the conspiracies and conjecture and all the other shit out of it, and let's just say that as far as these guys knew, he just assassinated one of the greatest civil rights leaders of all time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let alone their time right then and there. And you're going to go ahead and put him in a prison
like Gen Pop, where people can get to him.
Now, that had to be on purpose.
Oh, probably.
That had to be on purpose. Well, bud, here's what happens.
Yeah. Who knows, man?
Sorry about your luck, homie. You know what I mean? Yeah, that sucks. But no, not necessarily. It doesn't suck. They should have killed him. Fuck him.
No, it doesn't suck, but it sucks for him.
Yeah.
But it's whatever.
Yeah, but fuck him. I don't care.
Yeah,
anyway.
Megs, absolutely.
People said things couldn't get any worse, and maybe, finally, they were right. Make no mistake, Brushy has a darkness about it. You'll recognize that as soon as you step inside and breathe the air. But you need to know that it wasn't all darkness.
That's good.
Back in 1982, where the old segregated bathhouse once stood, they built the Brushy Chapel. They say more than 1,000 inmates were baptized. Sure, some of it was, the jailhouse religion, act right and get out early, but some of it was actual real, right? Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
In 1989, they built the High Security Annex, a modern building with solid doors, electronic locks, and fire prevention systems. The kind of place, you'd expect for a maximum security fucking prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
D Block became a minimum security section, so maybe that was kind of redemption too. Brushy didn't suddenly become a nice place to spend time in the 80s and 90s. Far from it. But there was hope here too. Good people doing good work and bad people trying to be good. Brushy ate Tennessee's sins for 113 years. It bore witness to terrible sadness and awful violence. It provided hard lessons and good jobs. More than anything, it created a legend and a legacy that will echo across the country and its history. The prison opened in 1896 and just closed its doors back in 2009.
That's crazy.
Holy shit.
It's a long time, man.
That is fucking insane. Plans to repurpose the historic prison began in 2012, and Brushy Mountain Distillery only opened in 2018. Using local grains, local natural spring water, and, of course, local distillers, Brushy Mountain has already released 10 creative flavors of moonshine, such as apple pie, blackberry, honey, fruit punch, frosted orange, peach cobbler, cinnamon, and butterscotch. It sounds so good. And now they distill moonshine here. So no wonder the place is haunted. Speaking of hauntings, let's get into it. But first, before we do that, did you happen to do any research? Is this like the Smoky Mountains moonshine where it's not really moonshine?
I didn't get that far into it. I didn't look and see.
I'm assuming it's probably not, because you can only have certain percentage.
Right.
I
didn't get that far into that. So,
which is weird because you have what is it, 151?
Yeah.
Where you're allowed to have that. How come they're not throwing out some high spirit shit?
I don't know.
I'd buy it.
Yeah.
Because I love moonshine.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I've ever had that, FBI, as you're listening on here right now, sirs.
And I most definitely have never made that.
Yeah, I don't know why you would ever.
In my bathtub yesterday.
That's just your bathwater, Moody. What are you talking about?
Oof.
Look at your face ugh. So again, it's been said you can hear the screams of the hopeless, the clanging against bars, and railing for justice over and over. Of course you would in a place like this. It makes sense that a place filled with such heartache would carry a connection to the other world. Also, Brushy Mountain is very open about its ghosts. No joke. They even include them in their warning of possible hazardous conditions you might encounter while touring the facility. I want to go to this place so badly.
Dude, I'm telling you, look at the pictures of it. And they have a sign. It's it says basically be careful. You may experience the following. And it's jagged concrete, blah, 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 blah. And then possible paranormal entities or experiences or something.
And where in Tennessee is this at again? I'm sorry.
I want to say it's fuck. It was.
Where's that?
You've never been to fuck Tennessee?
I've never been to fuck Tennessee. I've never been there.
Bro, you gotta go.
It's nice. Oh, it's nice. It's pretty.
Oh yeah.
The weather's beautiful.
I feel like it was near Nashville.
Oh, that's what is that? 8 hours from here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I'm down. Let's go to freaking Brushy. Can you stay
I definitely want to. I don't think you can take do tasting tours and shit, and then go take a ghost tour.
Be awesome. Get all liquored up on moonshine and then talk about ghosts.
It's in Petros, Tennessee.
Pete Rose, Tennessee.
They're never going to make the Hall of Fame. Sorry.
And that there is a Major League Baseball joke. If you didn't get it, yeah, that's a good one too.
Let me see.
By the way, Pete Rose should be in the fucking Hall of Fame.
I agree, 100%.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's by Frozen Head State Park.
Does not help me.
Near the Catoosa Wildlife Management Area and Big South National River and Big South Fork National River and Recreation Area.
Tennessee listeners are going, yeah, I know where that's at.
Oh, it's near Knoxville, not Nashville.
Knoxville, okay. All right.
It's outside of Knoxville and looks like it's a little ways from Pigeon Forge. So basically, it looks like Knoxville. It looks like Knoxville is right in between Pigeon Forge and this place.
Okay. Pigeon Forge's awesome.
Yeah, we've been there a bunch of times.
Yeah, I've been there quite a few. Well, I've been
Gatlinburg. We go to Gatlinburg.
Yeah. They just had huge fires a couple years ago, right? Oh, it sucks.
Same.
Hopefully, if we have any Tennessee listeners down there, we hope you guys made it through that shit. That sucks. So many people report a grave feeling of dread or despair in the area that was the whole or solitary, as one does. Down there are reports of shadowy figures and banging and strange noises. People have described getting heavy feelings in their chest, and several have said they felt like they were having a heart attack. Yee. Another hotspot seems to be the cafeteria. We found this story online. Quote, "Not much struck me emotionally about the place until I reached the serving line in the cafeteria. My wife and I both had a feeling of dread come over us. Having cold chills and generally wanting to get out of the area as soon as possible made us wonder why. As we continued the tour, we put the moment behind us until we sat for a documentary-style video played in the museum. The video described the brutal murder of an inmate in the cafeteria lunch line." I'm sorry. That what? Wait, what? Hey, now we got a movie for everybody.
Yeah. It's
also, I mean, I guess it adds to the intensity of the place, though.
Yeah, no,
like, I guess if you're trying to add that,
I'm laughing because I remember this like little thing out. It's funny. It's not funny, but it's funny.
Right. I got. Well, yeah. Jesus. A fellow prisoner had taken a knife from the kitchen and hacked the man to pieces. The video graphically described that blood splattered into the potatoes. The man's arm was barely hanging on by a piece of skin, and his spine fell apart when the guards tried to move him. Now they say at times you can see a man waving his arm from behind a pillar in the cafeteria.
Do you think
people have also experienced a folding chair sliding across the room?
Do you think it's like that scene in the new It where he's like holding an arm and waving it?
Yes.
He's holding his own arm, like, hey.
Or in Toy Story, where
he's got Buzz's arm.
He's got Buzz's arm. I'm okay.
Also,
it's not funny.
Also, I was laughing because I looked up how long it would take to, like, where it is from here. And for some reason, it's on walking, and it says it would take 6 days and 19 hours.
Not doing that.
Like, where the fuck is this place?
Not doing that.
It's only an 8-hour drive.
Yeah, it said 8 hours. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
We can stop at some other spots on the way over there.
Well, I don't know. It's 8 hours and 4 minutes. So.
Oh, boy. Another visitor said this, quote, "Not a believer myself, but I went on the night tour. I saw a swirl of smoke go past me in the visitation room off the cafeteria. I had several photos with me and my vape,
You and your vape.
with unexplained oddities. I plan on going back." Well, this person wants to go back.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He's a skeptic.
That's right. Because I'm not a believer.
That's not how the song goes.
There's many stories just like these floating around, and honestly, it sounds like a really cool place to get wasted and wander around.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You can do tastings and ghost tours. It sounds amazing. Next up, we're getting back to beer and also pizza. Who doesn't like pizza and beer?
Dude, it's a great combo.
I mean, it is a pretty delicious combo. Throw in ghosts and we are in for a hell of a party. We are heading to Portland, Oregon to check out Old Town Pizza and Brewing. It was in 1880. Hey, why did that come out weird? 1880.
Like an old goat.
It's like the car wouldn't start. It was in 1880 that two successful lumber barons built the Merchant Hotel on this block, catering to Portland's best patrons. Old Town Pizza sits in the original hotel lobby. In fact, the window where you place your pizza order is the original hotel's reception desk and is flanked by the lobby's original decorative cast iron beam post. That's cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Underneath the floorboards are the Shanghai tunnels connecting Portland via underground pathways. What? That's a thing?
Yeah.
Then used to nab unsuspecting sailors and transport them to ships docked on the river. What?
Just keep reading.
The Shanghai Tunnels is a group of passages in Portland, mainly underneath the Old Town Chinatown neighborhood and connecting to the main business section. The tunnels connected the basement of many hotels and taverns to the waterfront of the Willamette River. They were originally built to move goods from the ships docked on the Willamette to the basement storage area. Okay, that makes sense. Allowing businesses to avoid streetcar and train traffic on the streets when delivering their goods. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's good.
Holy shit, I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know it either.
Holy shit.
Now you know.
Now I know. And knowing's half the battle.
That's what, was that G.I. Joe?
That's G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that is. There is documentation in the newspapers of the 19th century of tunnels and secret passages underground. Organized crime was the center of many of these stories. Of course, the more crazy stories go that the tunnels were also used to Shanghai sailors. Shanghaiing or crimping is the practice of kidnapping people to serve as sailors by coercive techniques such as trickery, intimidation, or violence. It's called Shanghaiing.
You've never heard that before?
I have, but why do they use that word, Shanghai?
No idea.
Did it stem from Shanghai?
Maybe. Could have been.
Those engaged in this form of kidnapping were known as crimps, not crips.
Cramps.
The crimps.
Bitch, I'm a cramp.
I'm a cramp. What do you do? Shanghai. The most straightforward method for a crimp to Shanghai a sailor was to render
Be the
him.
next wave of hip hop.
Absolutely.
Instead of a crip walk, it's gonna be a cramp walk.
Cramp walk.
Bitch, I Shanghai motherfuckers all day.
Shanghai. You don't want to fuck with me. Jesus Christ. So they used to render them unconscious, forge their signature on the ship's articles, and pick up his blood money. This approach is widely used, and by blood money we mean like they would take these people and sell them to become a sailor, right?
They call it blood money. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got fucking money for doing this. This approach was widely used, but there were more profitable methods. Whether the stories of Shanghaiing on these tunnels are actually true or not, it's a matter of debate among historians. But if true, we're sure there are plenty of stories of what?
God damn it.
Of accidental?
Look, dude. That's like the second one. I think it's pretty good for not having you double check it.
It was pretty good. All right. So of accidents that went too far, leading to dinner, and they have bad juju in the hotels, right?
Leading to dinner. What the fuck?
I don't know. I'm just reading what you've got. Leading to dinner, bad juju.
I think it's supposed to be just some. Because if I'm doing it, I had to do it on my phone, and when I swipe. If I swipe the word some, a lot of times it comes up as dinner for whatever reason.
My fucking cheeks hurt so bad. Oh. So anyway, yes, it could lead to bad juju in the tunnels.
And dinner.
And bad dinner. Old Town Pizza sits in what used to be called the Old North End, a section of the city with a rather questionable reputation. Despite the upstanding clientele of the Merchant Hotel, even it was known for offering one of the oldest professions in the world. What's that, Moody?
Tax preparation?
No, I don't think that's it.
Plumbing.
You're getting closer. I mean, it is a type of plumbing, I suppose. No, it's prostitution, damn it.
Oh, what is that? I've never heard of that before.
That's, well, as legend goes, one of the young working women was Nina. And by working woman...
it's pronounced Nina.
Nina?
Yes, just so you know.
Nina?
Yeah, there was one place had the pronoun. It's Nina. Nina.
Nina. So was she German? Yes. Nina! No? She did not have a mustache? She did not like to be
Didn't
called...
say. She might have.
She did not like to be called Nina. Okay. So anyway, Nina was sold into this life by a thriving white slavery market. In an effort to clean up the neighborhood, traveling missionaries convinced Nina to share information in exchange for freeing her from a fate she did not choose. Nina cooperated, but soon afterward was found dead in the hotel, now Old Town Pizza. Yikes. Thrown down the elevator shaft, Nina is reported to have never left the building. The elevator shaft is now located at the location of a cozy booth in the restaurant. So that's really?
Yeah.
So you can actually sit in the elevator shaft?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's super cool.
Right where she landed.
Yeah, I don't know if that part's cool.
It's kind of cool.
But yeah, poor Nina. Nina is often seen wandering around in a black dress. Years ago, a skeptical of ghosts the general manager saw a woman in a black dress head to the basement. He followed the woman down the stairs to let her know they weren't open. Hey, you lady. Hey, you can't be down here.
Hey, you crazy broad. What you doing down here?
You can't be here. And instead found the room empty. Oh, it's empty. Old Town's beer and wine distributor has reported seeing Nina as well. That's pretty hilarious. If your distributor comes in, they're just like doing their order, and they look over like, what the fuck?
Some crazy broad down there in a black dress.
You guys know you got a woman in the basement?
Oh, yeah, she's a ghost. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Other strange occurrences included a woman who reached out to Old Town Pizza after reading about Nina on their website, claiming that Nina haunted her room when she was a little girl staying at the hotel.
Oh.
While Adam Milne. I wonder if I could do it for people if listening on headphones real quick. Hold on. It should do that in your ears, right? No? Fuck.
That's not how it works.
That was a waste of time. So the owner has yet to come across Nina personally. Okay, so it's the owner of the place. He does recall a picture frame moving while he was doing paperwork in the lobby, and has video evidence to prove it. Another possible Nina sighting came when a customer shared a photo that captures a ghost's howling face. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I saw the picture.
Yeah,
whatever.
So we'll post that picture so you guys can make your own. Maybe saw something or it's bad. It's bad.
I mean, it looks like a face, but it could be a glare. It could be anything.
Okay. As for other haunts, owner Adam said an employee once saw a woman in a white dress go downstairs during closing time. So it's a different color fucking dress.
Yeah.
When he went down
Maybe
to tell
she
her they
was
were
just,
closed, no one was there. So
He's feeling saucy and decided to switch up the dress.
What the fuck? So it's just a different dress. But he said he didn't see anything. Anyway, it seems that while Nina is the most commonly seen apparition or encounter, others report feeling someone's presence around them in the dining room, along with people reporting being touched, but no one being around them. Sounds like a pretty spooky fucking place.
There you go, man.
Sounds pretty fun. The history of it's pretty cool.
So
I had no idea about the whole underground tunnels and shit.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's fucking super cool. I'm super stoked about that.
So those are the ones that I found like the biggest like cool history things about. So, and the rest of them are pretty cool too, but there's not as much history behind them.
So we've got a couple of quick hitters here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the heavy hitters.
Yeah. Okay. This is the cleanup crew here, right?
Yeah.
All right.
This is the cleansing of the palate.
That's right. So we've done beer, wine, and moonshine. What's left?
There's got to be something, or else I wouldn't have said that.
How about one for Mr. Moody? A haunted meadery.
Yeah, buddy.
That's right, and we don't even have to leave Portland.
Nope.
Many local Portlanders are familiar with the long-closed Ye Old Town Crier, a building built in 1927 with a long history of roots. So it's got roots, bloody roots.
Oh, yeah, it's a great song.
It is a good song. It is most famous for being the Ye Old Town Crier, but a variety of other bars and businesses have resided within its walls. More recently, and after nearly a decade of being vacant, Wired?
I think it's Word.
Word.
W-Y-R-D.
Word.
Word up.
Around the world. The Word Leatherworks and Meadery have taken up the mantle of bringing the basement area back to life with their own medieval twist. Sounds cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
The new business location for Word includes a fully functional mead hall style tap room, their meadery where they make their honey-based beverage, I don't know why I said that weird, and their storefront of handmade leather goods with artists on consignment. The hauntings and ghost sightings date back to the staff of Ye Old Town Crier. Wow.
Yeah.
Ye Old opened in 1953. The building was built in 1927 as a market. The family who originally owned it converted it over many years and added a third level for their residents. That's the secret spot. The ghost first appeared in the lounge in 1966, per the old staff.
Yup.
During the remodeling process over the last few months, Word Leatherworks and Meadery has noticed minor paranormal activity while working on their new space. Objects have shown up in random spots. That sounds about right. Ceiling fans have begun to spin on their own while the co-owners ate their food on breaks. I don't know about that one. Loud noises as if someone walked into a metal sink hard. You just walk and you just hear, ow! Bink! What the fuck is that?
I'm not sure exactly what that means.
Yeah, I don't know. Often it is just the three co-owners. It sounds like a bad business plan, but anyway, they're working on the space and can confirm their experiences so far, which led to them researching into whether or not the place has a history of being haunted. Word Leatherworks and Meadery does not wish to upset any spirits who share their residence and is currently working on a plan to collaborate peacefully with their new shared space roommates. And Moody would definitely be going to this place for sure.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, that sounds like something. And plus, it's just so. This is in Oregon, right? Is that
yeah, it's in Portland as well. I think.
It's very Oregon-y of them to try to accommodate the ghosts.
Yeah, so yeah, absolutely.
You know, they're not trying to like exorcise them or anything like that. They're like trying to accommodate.
I would.
Yeah,
I would. Unless it's kids, then fuck them.
Oh wait, it's kids. Burn this fucking place down.
If you're a ghost, you can stay. If you're a kid ghost, get the fuck out of here.
You gotta go. So touted as the most haunted brewery in Illinois, Wolf Den Brewing Company, I've never heard of that one either, resides in a building built in 1851. While weird incidents happen on a weekly basis, batteries draining quickly, magnets flying off the wall, shadowy figures, coughing and footsteps, the typical stuff. The most notable occurrences happen while Wolf Den Brewing was under construction.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah. Co-owner Katie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Co-owner Katie. Fuck you.
Oh,
drinking my beer. Fucking. So co-owner Katie found a soldier's marble on the property, and after taking the marble off the property, she experienced a series of frightening events. At a home improvement store, paint cans fell from 25 feet above and landed right behind her. That would fuck your entire day up.
Yeah, a little bit.
If one of those would hit you, you're done for.
Yeah.
She also randomly cut herself while shopping for fire extinguishers. What the? What is that?
I don't know. That's what it said. What do you want me to do?
This fire extinguisher cut me. It's haunted. She also randomly, just said that while driving on the highway, a construction barrel flew out on the road in front of her. And that's kind of crazy.
That's frightening.
So you're driving on the road and all of a sudden a fucking barrel. Yeah, that'd be scary. Lastly, my God. Lastly, she tripped over a wire and cut
do a
her
whole episode of Sean Connery.
Yeah,
Lastly,
she tripped over a wire and cut her Achilles tendon on the construction site. All incidents ended once she returned to the marble. I could probably do that.
Your mother's a whore, Trebek.
Your mother's a whore. So in other words, she took this marble, had a bunch of shit happen to her, and she returned the marble.
Took it back.
Everything
Good
got
luck.
better.
Everything was good.
While not much about the building's history has been recorded, Wolfton owner and head brewer Christoph and Katie were able to decipher from existing documents that a woman died on the property after falling into a well. Another spirit, Jack, is believed to have been a soldier from the Civil War, or perhaps during the Black Hawk War. That was the Black Hawk War.
I think that's when the Blackhawks played the Penguins. No? Stanley Cup.
You got to give yourself a womp womp. Nope. It was funny. I'll give it to you. For most people out there are like, what is that? It's hockey, folks.
It is hockey. The Blackhawks won last night,
Yes.
by the way.
Did they?
Yeah, 4-0.
Who'd they play?
Detroit.
Who was that? The Pistons?
The Red Wings. God damn it.
I mean, it is a different sport, but anyway. So, quote, we did our investigation before we opened to the public, and we're able to capture Jack telling us his name. Ooh, says Christoph. Quote, we also asked the spirits to move something, and shortly after, 2 50-pound grain bags were pushed off the stack of grain bags onto the floor. So they're strong ghosts as well.
I think it was rats.
I don't know, 50 pounds. That's heavy.
No, I know. That's big.
That's a fucking heavy ass bag, dude.
Dude, you can't even move 50-pound bags.
With one pinky.
Anyways.
Okay. According to Christoph, multiple mediums and ghost investigation crews have come through and confirmed that spirits haunt the building, that the upstairs room is a portal. Or if you've listened to the past episodes, a porthole, as I call it. I don't know why I do that. Because I like the word butthole, and it just works. Portal, butthole, portal. Anyway. Quote, although many of the incidences are creepy, we feel that the spirits here are not evil, says Christoph. They aren't particularly nice, but probably because they don't want us here. None of the staff is scared. They have just gotten used to it. Well,
good for them.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's close enough to Ohio for us to go check out.
Yeah,
right?
we should definitely go
Where
check
is
it
it?
out. It's Illinois.
Illinois?
Illinois.
Noir.
Oh.
Okay. So a Victorian house built in 1864 houses both the Yak and Yeti, one of Denver's best Nepalese restaurants.
Yeah, good job.
I like Nepal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've never had the Nepalese before, I don't believe.
Neither have I.
Oh. And Spice Trade Brewing.
Apparently they serve yak and Bigfoot.
It's Yak and Yeti. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll have the Yeti serve medium rare, please.
Can you, last time I had too much hair in the last one. If there's any possibility they can
You
keep
shave my ribeye.
my Yeti needs to be a less hairy, please, and maybe not as rare. Okay, thanks. With delicious aromas and spices that fill the air and unique craft beer, it's no wonder that ghostly visitors don't want to leave. The restaurant and brewery are said to be haunted by a former owner, Cora, who died falling down the stairs in the 1940s. That sucks. Jeff Tyler, head brewer at Spice Trade, notes that repairmen have complained about strange things happening in the basement, according to a Fox 31, which I'm assuming is a local
news report. Yeah,
news report. Yak and Yeti employees witnessed so many strange occurrences that the Rocky Mountain Paranormal Research Society was brought in to investigate. Well,
now,
of course,
dude. Okay, so they're a paranormal society, but they don't have a cool fucking like anagram for their name.
Sure, they do. They're Rumpus.
Rumpus.
Rumpurus.
It's Rumpus.
Rumpris.
Oh, rumper.
Yeah, because the research.
Rumpers. The rumpers.
Perfect. There you go. Rumpers. You made your name
There
for
you
you.
go, rumpers.
Yeah. So while they were not able to clarify that the strange occurrences were indeed spirits, cameras did catch a mysteriously moving chair. So why the fuck?
Ghosts always moving chairs?
I was going to ask the same question.
I know I beat you to it.
I don't know. Maybe
Doesn't that seem like a normal, like, I don't know, we saw a chair move. Saw a chair move across the room.
Do you think maybe it costs or it takes less energy for them to move a chair?
I don't know.
Because it's like, it's a chair.
I guess it would probably take less energy to like poke someone in the eye, though.
It'd be hilarious if they were like, I don't know, like big ass lounge chairs. Just like launching them across the fucking thing. What are those ones called? The
Chaise Lounge.
But there's a company that actually makes them.
Lazy Boy?
Lazy Boy. They're just launching Lazy
Big
Boys.
fucking recliners.
Yeah, it's all across the fucking place. Like, I can't even move one of those damn things. But then again, they're knocking 50-pound bags of freaking flour or whatever over
Two
too.
of them.
So they must be strong. So another spot we found is the Wynkoop Brewery.
Yeah.
Located in Denver, Colorado. There are many studies from patrons of paranormal experiences here.
Yep.
Who better to hear about this possible haunting from than the brewery itself?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. This was taken from their website.
The following
They embrace their ghostliness.
is taken from their website. Quote, our downtown Denver brewery resides in a 125-year-old brick warehouse building that's seen a lot of changes over the last century. In the past year or so, we made a few changes of our own when we updated our 30-year-old tap system, replacing all of our taps, lines, and pumps.
Sounds gross.
So we could get fresh beer from the basement up to our bars. And just recently, we installed brand new state-of-the-art brewing equipment, making our brewers' lives and backs easier with our newly implemented grain elevators. Okay, hold on, before I go further. So before they renovated this, they were serving beer through a 30-year-old tap system?
I hope they clean that shit.
At least once a week.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I would assume that they did if they're,
While updating our systems, we spent a lot of time in our basement. Down there, you really get a sense of the history of this place. You'll find some interesting remnants from the past, such as the bricked-over tunnels that led all the way to Union Station and the Brown Palace. Because our building
Is that the bathroom?
It better be. The bathroom should be called the Brown Palace.
Dude, I'm getting a sign for my bathroom.
The Brown Palace. Perfect.
The Brown Palace.
That is perfect. Because our building used to be a mercantile, these tunnels serve to move the merchandise coming in off the trains. Interesting trivia, the Beatles once had to use these tunnels to get across downtown to avoid the frenzy of fans up above.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool. Using the tunnels because they're like, help, I need somebody, help.
It's like an old Scooby-Doo cartoon where they're like running in and out of rooms and shit.
Yeah. But like many
Was that the chicken dance?
I don't know where that came from.
It sounded like the chicken dance.
I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah. I was actually thinking of
Yeah, I know what you're thinking of.
Benny Hill.
Yeah.
The Benny Hill tune.
You went with the chicken dance.
But I went with the chicken tune. Yeah. It's been a long fucking day.
Has it though?
Yeah. It's actually been, it's been fun. Got to shoot some guns and build some shit.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Build some shit in the brown room?
Yeah, not in the brown room. But like many turn-of-the-century buildings, we have our fair share of ghosts. Not the horror movie kind, more of the sort of annoying but harmless kind. Since our restrooms...
Like my kids.
Yeah.
They're the sort of annoying but harmless kind.
Because they're not murderers yet.
Yeah, well.
Since
See how that goes.
Since our restrooms are located in the basement, we've had a few guests tell us they've experienced, quote, encounters while using the facilities, especially men who claim that they could feel something brush the backs of their legs while they were using the urinals.
Hey-o.
I hope they were just not pissing on themselves. While most ghostly encounters seem to happen in the basement, sometimes the spirits make their way up the stairs. There have been a few nights, or late nights, where I've turned off the lights upstairs, walked down the basements to check on the bathrooms, walked back up the stairs, and all the lights were back on. I was the only one there. And some customers have claimed to see a lady in a red dress walking across the room in our upstairs pool hall.
Lady in red.
That was good. That was good. Is dancing with me. Cheek, cheek. There's nobody here. It's your fault. Damn it.
Oh my God.
It's just you and me. It's where I ought to be. You don't. Sorry. Anyway, you started it. Fuck. Now I'm gonna have to listen to that damn song. So a few years ago, we decided to do our own paranormal investigation. A few of our staff members stayed overnight in our basement using a spirit box that supposedly contacts spirits through the use of radio frequency. While down there, they asked the ghosts if they knew where they were. They claim they kept hearing "coop" coming through the static. They asked who the lady in the red dress was. They heard Isabel. Coincidence? You can watch this video online and decide for yourself.
I watched it.
Yeah. And?
Yep. You definitely hear like names and words, like when they ask, and like they make sense. So I don't know. It's kind of a cool video. Like
really?
They ask. I think it might be in here. I don't know if the one name. But they would like ask, how many people are here, and you could hear like 8. It just kept saying 8 over and over again.
But you could like hear it though? Like you heard it?
Some of them were kind of grainy. Like it was like it might have been hard to hear on the video, but there was some that you could hear clear as day. And like they asked like names, and you could hear someone say like, I think it was Jack or something like that. Like who's down here with us? And it was like, you could hear like Jack.
So is it on YouTube? Is it on their website?
I'll find them and I'll post the links.
Yeah.
There's 2 videos. There's another one that they talk about too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Goes on to say, so a few years ago, I just did that one. One of the more unsettling things from that night is the video capture of a shadow darting along the wall. Everyone is seated. No one is moving. Who made that shadow? You can watch that video as well and see if you can figure it out.
So that one, I didn't see it at first because, so there's like just a dude like sitting in a chair, and then behind him on the wall, you have to be looking at the right spot or you're going to miss it at first. But like, yeah, there's like this weird shadow that kind of like flutters across the wall. And like in the first video, you can see the guy's like sitting in the chair, and the shadow kind of goes across the wall. And then he like, after a second, he kind of like looks over in that direction. So it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know if the dude heard something, but like the shadow goes across the wall, and then he kind of like looks
like maybe he saw it out of the corner,
of his eye or something maybe. So
that's creepy.
I'll get the links to those videos and post them up though.
Yeah, so we'll post those up so you guys can watch it and kind of leave a comment.
Or if you want, you can get to it from their website, from the article, from this part of their website too. They have the links to them.
So there you have it. My surprise episode.
I hope you liked it, John.
I actually enjoyed it thoroughly.
This one was for you, buddy.
A lot of shit I did not know.
Yeah.
I mean, which happens
some
pretty
really
much every episode.
Some really cool history involved.
Yeah, but like things that are like super, alcohol and ghosts. I mean, like really
some good history.
Throw some guns in there, man. I'm ready to go.
Fuck yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So if you guys are ever near these places, please check them out and let us know that, what you saw, what happened. And of course, tell them that we sent you. Say, hey, we're here because of the Midnight Train sounds.
Hell yeah, dude.
And if you live in these areas, or if you're close to these like breweries,
if you've ever been to these places,
we'd really love to hear what you guys, if you know any kind of like details.
And tell us how the beer is, or moonshine, or wine.
Yes.
We'd like to know.
Yes. Before I travel my ass all the way over there and get some shitty ass beer.
I mean, we could just go 8 hours and fucking get drunk on moonshine and see some ghosts. I think we should do that.
I think if we get drunk on moonshine, we're probably going to see ghosts.
I mean, whatever, then at least we're guaranteed to see some shit.
That's true. I'm down. So yeah, if you guys are around any of these areas, or hey, if you live in an area that has a brewery that's supposedly haunted,
let us know, man.
Or something
I'd
like
like
that,
to find
I would
some more.
love to hear, especially if you're in a different country than the U.S.
That is the other thing I was looking at. There is supposedly some haunted ones in Montreal that I didn't get in here because I want to...
Montreal, Mexico, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I wanted to save it for a bonus episode, and there's like a whole section of Montreal that's like just famous for all their hauntings and ghosts and shit like that.
Really?
So that's gonna be the other bonus episode. That's probably gonna be the next one that I do.
All right.
It's gonna be sweet.
Are we gonna get that before or after you find your computer?
Probably before. Most likely before. I'm literally like, I was like looking into it a little bit, and it's super fucking interesting. Like, I really want to do it.
Yeah.
So
we got a lot of Canadian listeners up there. So
if it's long enough, I might turn it into an episode.
Yeah.
But I'm going to look into it a little bit. It'll definitely be a bonus episode, and it's going to be cool as fuck. So
cool. I'm excited.
Stay tuned for it.
Yeah, I'm excited. So all our Canadian listeners, you'd be like, hey, I've been there. Or they'd be like, hey, I've never been there. I mean, either way, that's pretty much two choices. So anyway, yes, that has been my surprise episode, and it's been awesome. And now, it is time for my second favorite part of this episode, my first being the episode itself.
You know what my first favorite part of the episode is?
What's that?
When we end it. It's my favorite part of the episode.
When it's over?
Yeah.
When we're done?
Yeah.
That's fucked up. So guess what?
Yeah?
It's time for the movies.
And now, boys and girls, it's your favorite part of the show, the movie review. Which top 10 movies will make the cut today?
So we are literally going to be talking about the top 10 horror movies.
This is why I asked you.
Fuck. Filmed, or the top 10 horror films, should I say, from 1976. And that is important
Why is that important, John?
because that is the year that my mother birthed me from her loins.
Oh.
Yes, I was born in 1976.
So just full disclosure, like I was looking for it on IMDb, and for some reason I can never fucking figure out that website as far as like their rankings for movies from 1970,
I
whatever.
feel like we're just stupid and everyone else gets it.
Well, like I looked, I was on IMDb for like a half hour trying to figure out how to just get horror movies from 1976. I couldn't figure it out. So
Maybe they don't have that.
this here is from like a movie writer, and these are his top 10. But I looked at a bunch of other people's top 10 movies from the same year, and they are pretty much all exactly the same, give or take the order.
And his name is Alex Vorkov.
Yes.
Alex Vorkov. All right. So let's see what Alex has to say about these things here. And this is an actual real guy.
Yes.
It's not like,
It's not some rando.
not some rando.
Well, I mean, he's still rando to us, but
right. So number 10 is Massacre at Central High.
yeah,
Not familiar with this one.
never heard of it.
And he says, remember when you were a kid, there were certain movies you used to watch every time they showed up on HBO, or maybe you wore out a VHS copy, or if you're still a youngin', scratched up a DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you kind of forgot about those titles because they drifted into cinematic obscurity. I recently revisited this childhood favorite and was struck by its storytelling and cinematic choices. That is, it's either really smart or really stupid. I mean, those are your two choices. I mean, yeah. Does the fact that there are no adults anywhere in the movie have symbolic meaning, or do they just not think of it? Are they exaggerated after-school special acting performance satirical, or did the director think that's how high school students behave? The message of the film seems to be, quote, "You think bullies are bad? Well, if we get rid of all the bullies, the nerds will act even worse." I doubt that's the message either way. The film is weirdly fascinating. Somebody smarter than me needs to explain why. So they're just at school and all the kids start killing each other? Is that what happens?
Yeah, I don't really know.
I feel like he didn't give us a whole insight on what the movie was about.
Maybe he wants you to watch the goddamn thing.
Okay, that was number 10. Number 9 is Eaten Alive.
This one I've heard of, and I've seen. Okay, it's going to sound weird to say it this way, but I've seen parts and pieces of this movie.
Okay. By producing a generational masterpiece right out of the gate, Tobe Hooper put himself in a tough spot. How the hell does one follow the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Nice.
It's true. You don't really follow that.
Eaten Alive is a maligned film that in recent years has received a bit of favorable revisionist treatment. I confess I thought poorly of it upon first viewing a few decades ago. But like most Hooper films, the more times you watch, the more you realize it has greater substance, satire, and social commentary than most originally perceived. I still think it's a lesser effort. This guy's kind of like a prick, a little bit.
I think this guy's cooler than Prick, though.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't sound as pretentious and assholeish as
No.
Prick does. Number 8 is Satan's Slave. What? Enough with the profundity. Enough with the bullshit. It's high time I got some real exploitation trash on this list. Satan's Slave offers devil worship, gore, gratuitous nudity, and Michael Gough. Is that Go or Gough?
How's it spelled?
Gough? Gough?
Guff.
Guff?
Guff.
Gough. All right.
Go.
Being a right bastard. Like a couple of films I mentioned above, it seems out of place in 1976. Its aesthetic is befitting the grindhouse ethos, nice, from earlier in that decade. Yeah, the picture of this looks pretty rough, dude. You see this thing?
Yeah, I saw it.
Satan's Slave.
Yeah, I mean, that just sounds awesome.
Number 7 is God Told Me To. What? Larry
I haven't
Cohen.
seen this one, but I read what he wrote about it. It sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Actually.
Larry Cohen is at it again, making exploitation films that have far more substance than anyone on the drive-in circuit asked for. But while It's Alive was partly undone by his trying to balance a serious character drama with some silly monster baby sequences, I remember It's Alive.
Yeah.
With the little baby.
I do too, yeah.
Little baby. Oh, shit. God Told Me To tackles the subject of mass killings committed by otherwise unremarkable people, a much more grown-up and still relevant topic. Yuck. Regardless of its budgetary limitations, the film asks big questions about our need to make sense of things that sometimes don't make sense. It's got a little Wicker Man vibe in that way. Oh boy. Though delivered in an entirely different vehicle. Okay, that actually...
Yeah, it sounds like it might be kind of cool.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. It's in the 70s, so you know there's bell bottoms everywhere. I think I've seen this next one. Number 6 is The Town That Dreaded Sundown.
They remade this, I think.
Is that... Maybe that's where I saw it.
I think they remade it. I'm almost positive they remade it. I've seen the original, though. It's pretty awesome.
Okay. So sometimes films that stand out aren't the most polished or stylishly made. We remember them because they're intriguingly offbeat and odd. Deranged is a good example. And just as Deranged, that's a movie, seemed out of place and time in 1974, The Town
That's
That
a great
Dreaded...
movie, by the way.
Deranged? I'm not sure if I've seen that one. The Town That Dreaded Sundown does not suggest 1976. Some of the imagery belongs in a grim Italian gallows from 5 years earlier, particularly the weird kills, death by trombone. What? While other aspects of the film feel, when viewed out of context, dated and clunky, like a 1950s informational film. It all adds up to a unique little entry in the horror canon. So yeah, it's The Town That Dreaded Sundown.
So they did do... Okay, so they quote unquote remade it in 2014, but it was essentially like they call it a meta sequel to the 1976 one. And it's basically a guy, like a copycat type thing. The guy's doing the same shit that the guy in 1976 did. There's a masked guy going around killing people. So it's kind of like a weird, like...
So what's the remake called?
It's the same name.
Oh,
The Town That
so yeah,
Dreaded Sundown.
that's got to be what it is.
And so it's like... It's not the same movie, so to speak, but it's basically like the dude... It's like a copycat killer type movie. Like there's a guy in 2014 going around doing the same thing that somebody did in 1976.
That's awesome.
So
yeah, well, yeah, it looks cool. Number 5 is Squirm. Immediately,
I've seen this.
Makes me not like. I think no. What's the other one that's like this?
Slither.
Maybe. Yeah, it's pretty much the same premise,
more
right?
recent.
No. It was an older movie.
Okay.
So what sounds like routine eco-horror for the 1970s, a fallen power line causes mutant worms to emerge from the ground and attack a town. This almost sounds very, what is it called? Like the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, Trauma.
Very Trauma, yeah. It's a quite a bit more than that in the very capable hands of director Jeff Lieberman.
It's a pretty good movie.
Sure, it's good, slimy fun, but the human drama is legitimately interesting, and it's well shot and assembled production. It's a shame Lieberman never joined the ranks of the horror auteur directors. His first 3 features, which also include the Cronenberg-esque Blue Sunshine and the backwards slasher Just Before Dawn, are all effective in their own ways and point to a versatile talent behind the lens. Have to check that one out.
Yeah, it's good.
Number 4, The Tenant. I think I've seen this one.
I've heard of this one. I've never seen it.
Yeah. So this is Roman Polanski. Roman Polanski's best films seem to be those set in confined spaces like Rosemary's Baby, Repulsion, and The Tenant is among them. In fact, it's often thought of as the 3rd film of his unofficial apartment trilogy alongside the 2 mentioned above. Oh, shit. It's very much of a slow burn psychological horror, which can seem uneventful when you're not in the mood for that sort of film. When you are in the mood, however, dig in. There are many layers to explore and a chilling climax to contemplate.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Now remember, these are all like brought out in 1976.
Yeah.
So they're going to be really bad, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And super dated.
Yeah.
Kind of like me.
Yeah.
I'm so old. Number 3, The Omen. Oh boy, now we're getting into some shit.
Yeah, buddy.
Now, this is what you expect a Hollywood horror film to look like. Highly polished, broad in scope, and featuring an A-list director and cast. Memorable moments abound, but the "It's All For You" Damien scene is surely one of the high points in genre history. It's you and those kids.
Yeah.
And you like those little kids. That sounded weird.
He's another one that's like,
yeah,
I don't like him.
Let's not take that little bit out that I just said. And
yeah, let's
Moody, you like little kids.
That's why I kind of skipped over it, but then you just said it again, so there we are.
What's that, Moody? You like little kids?
Love them.
You hate little kids in horror movies.
Yes.
That's right. My 2 issues with The Omen and why I don't rank it higher. One of the last act of the film for the last act of the film far weaker than what we preceded it. That doesn't make any sense. Admittedly, a problem with quite a few horror movies, but this is a revered classic. 2, style over substance. Whereas Carrie and The Exorcist ask profound questions about religious belief, The Omen is religioso. It uses biblical imagery and themes to be ominous and scary, but their deployment is a superficial parallel rather than a substantive metaphor. Yeah, I know, it's just a horror movie, so this guy's getting all fucking deep and weird into it. It's a good movie. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I love it. It's a great movie.
Yeoman, I like it. I love it. Want some more of it.
Oh my God.
Number 2, Carrie. Carrie.
Yes. Fucking Europe.
That's it. Many a day, my friend. Whoa. God, I love Europe.
Yeah, they were
With the
great.
final countdown.
Yeah, they were
So
great, dude.
good. God. Anyway, so Carrie, you guys have seen Carrie before. I don't have to go through this whole freaking thing. You know, I mean, it's Carrie, and it's the
She
original one.
Fucked people up with her mind. Pig's
Yeah.
blood at the prom, that whole deal.
Hmm.
Her mom was crazy.
And plus, Sissy Spacek is a badass actress.
Yeah, she's
She was also the coal miner's daughter.
Yeah, she was. You're right.
She's been in a bunch of cool shit. So yeah, it's great. That's number 2. And number 1,
bum, bum, ba.
Burnt Offerings.
There you go.
It says this is a little like a sports draft when all the scouts rank the same 2 guys at the top. Then the team that owns the first overall pick steps up to the podium and selects guy number 3. Perhaps a few other films on this list are artistically superior to Burnt Offerings, but it's horror we're talking about, and this movie scared the crap out of me and the other kids so badly we talked about it for weeks. That Hearse Driver, plus pairing Oliver Reed and Karen Black in a haunted house movie
Dude, Karen
is
Black is
inspiration.
amazing.
I've never heard of this.
I've heard of it, and on every list from this year that I could bring up, like that was like top 3. This movie was in the top 3.
Burnt Offerings?
Yeah,
All right.
I've never seen it though.
Okay.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Here, I'm on IMDb real quick. I want to look at
IMDb?
this. Yes,
IMDb.
IMDb. It says a family moves into a large old mansion in the countryside, which seems to have a mysterious and sinister power over its new residents.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I might have to give that a shot.
Yeah, it's on all the top 10 lists that I saw. It's like it's in the top 3.
Oh, and Karen Black, of course, dude. She's
She's
like
great.
just in every.
She's like a B movie horror queen, dude.
Yeah, she's
She's a scream queen.
a scream queen.
She's great.
So awesome. Anyway,
For those of you that don't know, if we're talking about Karen Black, if you've seen House of a Thousand Corpses, she was Mama Firefly. She was the
yes,
Yeah.
evil with a cackle.
they got her in the police station and she's all crazy and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been in a bunch of shit for a long,
Yeah.
long time. Yeah. She was nominated for 1 Oscar.
Really?
Yeah.
For what? Does it say?
It does. Hold on. Let's
I'm
see.
interested to see what that would be.
Let's see. She was nominated for. Oh, she was a Best Supporting Actress. She won for Best Supporting. Wait a minute. That's Golden Globes. Hold
Oh,
on.
okay.
She was nominated for five Easy Pieces. Supporting
Okay, I've
actress?
heard of it.
Yeah,
I've heard of it.
And then she won 2 Golden Globes. One for The Great Gatsby.
Okay.
One for 5 Easy Pieces.
All right.
And then she, yes, she had a Fangoria Chainsaw Award
Perfect.
for House of a Thousand Corpses.
There you go.
Yeah, that's awesome. She got
That's the only one that matters, really.
a Grammy Award nominee?
What? She was awarded. She was nominated for a Grammy?
Album of the Best Original Score Written for a Motion Picture or Television Special, Nashville from 1975 with Keith Carradine.
So she wrote music for that?
I guess so.
Unless she was in it and that was part of the.
Man, I don't know.
It's crazy. All right, well, whatever. She's great.
Yeah, she's got a lot of fucking awards. Look at this
I
shit.
see that shit.
Good for her.
She's awesome, man.
Good for her. I don't have any awards.
I was voted most improved player in my freshman year of high school for soccer. For the
Really?
soccer team, yeah.
I don't think I've ever been voted anything ever.
That's it. That's all I got.
Well.
I've got various awards for beard competitions. Does that count?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got those.
I think I won a scene award one time. I think so. I don't remember.
For what?
For the band.
What band?
I want to say it was Burning Vegas.
That makes sense because there wasn't much else going on.
I
at
think,
that
did
time.
we? Maybe we didn't. I don't remember. Who knows? It was so long ago.
Because there were no other new bands around then. So
And nobody gives a
you won.
shit
You
anyway.
won by default.
Yeah, and no one gives a shit.
I was say if 8 people voted for you, you won. So
Maybe we just fucking were nominated. I don't know. It's possible.
I feel like you would have remembered if you won.
No. No, I don't think I would. Anyway.
Fair enough.
Anyway. So that was my secret episode from Moody.
Yeah, buddy.
And that was a cool little twist. I like that.
I hope you liked it.
Yeah, I
I
liked
hope
that
you
you
did.
did that. And so you know what that means, though.
What does that mean?
What are we doing next week?
I have no fucking
You
idea.
have no idea, do you? So listen, I have 2 that I really want to do for next week.
Okay, what do you got, bro?
Well, I feel like one's going to be way more in depth, and we need to start working on it now.
Okay.
So it's either since now he just did haunted brewery, so I kind of want to like get away from that.
Okay.
But haunted rock venues, I was thinking haunted rock venues would be cool. Or we jump into MK Ultra and Project Monarch.
I'm gonna need more time than a week for
That's
that.
what I'm saying. That one might end up being like a 2-parter.
Yeah.
That's pretty ridiculous. So you know what? We'll let you guys know what we're gonna do.
Yeah, it'll be a listener surprise.
Another surprise for you guys, because we actually have quite a bit of stuff.
We got a lot of stuff to
so
look at.
We'll see. Yeah.
The one that I added, the one that is going to be possibly a bonus, maybe a regular episode, is the Ghosts of Griffintown, is what it is. That's the one, the Montreal stuff.
Is that where Peter lives?
No, it's not. That's Quahog.
Lois. I'm trying to get it down. Is it working at all?
It's not bad. It's not bad.
It could be better.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll work on it. Anyway, so what's about Griffintown? What is that?
That's that area in Montreal that's like famous for all their ghosts.
Oh, that's what it's called?
Yeah.
It's Griffintown? Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. So anyway,
Yeah.
what a fun little
I hope you
episode.
enjoyed your episode.
I did. You know, we've been doing some heavy stuff
really
lately.
cool history in there.
Yeah. It was nice to do something kind of a little lighthearted.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been doing some heavy shit.
There's some really cool history. There's
talking
old
about
buildings
freaking
and
Don't Be a DeSalvo.
oh my god!
Which, by the way, get your Don't Be a DeSalvo t-shirt. It's freaking amazing.
I know a couple people picked them up.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be. I know I keep saying it, but I got to get that one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You got to get
And
the Don't Be a DeSalvo shirt.
Don't Be a DeSalvo is fucking amazing. It's great. It's so just basic and whatever. It's just a fucking beautiful shirt.
And it's one of those like conversations. Like people will be like, "The hell does that even mean?"
Yeah. Who's DeSalvo?
Like it kind of speaks for itself if you know serial killers, because you're like, well, yeah, you don't want to be a DeSalvo, right? But then like other people be like, "What? Who is? The hell does that mean?"
I don't get it. Then you can explain to them and
Then
then
you
tell
can
them to listen to the
steer 'em in our
podcast.
direction.
Absolutely. Conversation starters. We love it.
Yes.
So if you do want to get one of those t-shirts, stop on over to our official website. That's themidnighttrainpodcast.com. And over there, like I said, you can buy some super sweet merchandise.
Yeah, man.
Like the Don't Be a DeSalvo, plus, the Jersey Raccoon,
That's a good one.
the shit-eating robot t-shirt.
Daryl the Deuce Destroyer.
Yeah, and now I have to come up with the poop shirt. It's coming. It's coming. I promise you, I will have a poop.
I'm gonna spend all this money on my own goddamn t-shirts.
Say what?
I'm gonna spend all this money on my own goddamn t-shirts.
Yeah, it's literally gonna be all your you're just putting it on
It's like
t-shirts.
a band. That's like a band buying its own shirt.
Yeah, why not? Promote yourself. Whatever. It's cool. So anyway, yes, we're gonna have more t-shirts coming up all the time.
Yeah.
And listeners keep asking how they can help keep the steam in our engines. Well, if you like
what's the best way to keep the steam in our engines, John?
if they like what they hear from us, Mr.
Yeah?
Moody, please consider being a producer of the show by heading over to the midnighttrainpodcast.com and clicking on the Patreon button, or go to Patreon, https / common
www
here's a semicolon
colon
double slash
yeah http
s.
oh
It's secure.
Okay. Oh.
It's secure.
well, that's good because then you know.
Oh. Yeah. Oh my God! Is it just we're tired or what? What is going on?
It's possible.
I've barely gotten any sleep lately, dude.
I just
By the
played
way,
a goddamn hockey game.
I am fully vaccinated. Yeah.
You're fully evacuated?
Yeah, I'm fully evacuated right now. I'm fully vaccinated.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah, I finally went and we got it all done, and
Good for you.
And I'm going to the fucking NFL draft.
That's awesome.
I'm super stoked about that.
Good.
Apparently, Kings of Leon are playing.
Yay.
Not so stoked about that. My wife is though.
Your sex is on fire.
Your socks are on what?
No. Sex. It's like the only thing that I know
Socks.
from them. They have that song and some other shitty songs.
Yeah, whatever. But you know who is also playing?
Who?
Ann Wilson.
From Heart?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's worth it.
I know. Right there, I was like, I'm sold.
That's
but not
worth
only
it.
that, but being in an inner circle during this whole fucking thing, and we've
Inner
never.
Circle's playing?
Is it Bad Boys? Bad Boys.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
They had another one too. They had another song. It was
Sorry, you people don't want to listen to me do
Cops. Come on, man.
that. Yeah, it's amazing. Cops was before. Whatever. I forget how it goes.
Cops was filmed live on location.
Yeah, they were actually in my old
Men and
neighborhood.
women of law enforcement.
They were in my old neighborhood once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were actually shooting my cousin, but it wasn't.
Why would they shoot your cousin?
I don't know. He fucks up sometimes. I don't know.
Like actually shooting your cousin?
Yes, I thought it was
The
my
cops
cousin.
were shooting your cousin.
They were shooting at somebody, and I thought it was my cousin because it was in my neighborhood. Not even joking. I swear.
It's funny that you just assume that it's.
I mean, it looked like him.
Oh, you saw this happen.
It was on cops.
Oh shit!
It was on cops, and I'm watching this, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm not going to say his name because I'm
Yeah.
not going to throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
But I was like, "Oh shit!" And then they caught him and whatever, and I was like, "Oh, that's not him."
Very
I
nice.
thought it was him. Whatever. Anyway, you could go to patreon.com, of course, /the Midnight Train Podcast. And since we're adults, we cuss a lot and all that shit. But anyway,
We do.
for, like $5 a month, you can get all kinds of cool shit, like a custom
it?
shirt. Yeah, that's like nothing. And there's higher tiers if you want to go higher.
There
or,
are.
Or if you
Wow.
just want to give $1 a month, you can do that too.
Can you do a custom amount?
I don't think so.
No, I was just wondering.
You
I
can
didn't
do that
know.
over at PayPal.
Oh,
So if you were like, listen, I want to give these guys $6.66.
that would be sweet. Someone give us $6.66.
You can do that
That'd be
by
awesome.
going over to PayPal and just sending it over to the Midnight Train Podcast at gmail.com. And you can send $6.60, 66 fucking hell over. And I will say your name on the show.
Yeah,
I will.
along with our Patreon producers.
Of course, who are way amazing. So
And
anyway,
maybe, you know what? If you give us $6.66 on PayPal, we'll send you some shit too.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Because we're working on the stickers too.
yeah, we'll send you some stuff
The
because that's awesome.
the hashtag Safe from Moody stickers are coming.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. I have them all go, and those are going out to producers, for free.
Beautiful.
So if you want to be a producer and you want your hashtag Safe from Moody, so when he finally
So when I
fucking
lose my
snaps,
shit, you'll be okay.
you'll be safe. Those stickers will be coming to you. Everyone else, it'll be on the website. So if you want to grab
Awesome.
one, you can
Perfect.
grab your Safe from Moody sticker. It's gonna, and it's hashtag Safe from Moody,
Beautiful.
Moody too. So I want this to become a thing.
It's like the Facebook, like safe from hurricane, whoever.
Exactly, but it's
Yeah.
Safe from Moody.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's coming. So yeah. So if you want to get one of those stickers for free and all kinds of other cool shit,
Yeah.
like all the bonus materials, sign up over at Patreon. Just go to our website, themidnighttrainpodcast.com.
.com.
And sign up.
I went there the other day. I was checking it out because I
Yeah.
hadn't been there in a while.
Yeah, it's cool.
not bad.
I need to go in there and revamp it a little bit and kind of
Yeah.
spruce it up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's
So
dark.
we need more pictures of us.
Yeah, there's none on there.
There's none.
There's no pictures of us. I mean, who was it that the other day was just like, they watched the video, they're like, oh, that's what you guys look like. Like, yeah, that's us. We're ugly, whatever.
That's why there's no pictures.
Right. So anyway, sign up, tell your friends. Takes only a couple of minutes of word of mouth. That's how we're going to keep getting more passengers on this train and continue to bring you guys more episodes.
It's true.
We cannot thank you enough for all the love and support we have received. You guys really do keep this train moving, and we cannot thank you enough.
You guys, we're almost to 100 episodes because you
100
guys.
episodes, and we still don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah. No, that's true. You know?
You want to do the MK Ultra for 100? Maybe bring Mr. Jeffrey back in?
You get them all, fuck it up.
Give him some LSD?
Slip him some fucking LSD and bring him in for them.
Hey guys, how's it going? Hey dude, here's a beer. Why is it already open? It's okay.
Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
it's fine. That'll be a fun episode.
Oh, it's a breath mint. Here you go, buddy.
Yeah, it'll be fun for us.
Yeah, maybe we could do that.
Yeah,
We'll
maybe.
see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. You have no idea how much it means to us. I know this episode, I'm off a little bit today, only because it's been this whole weekend's been
It
crazy
was a
for me.
surprise episode, too.
And it was a surprise episode.
You
but I mean,
guys
just-
literally heard me give him the notes.
yeah, for real. Like they literally shot over
During the drink pop.
And it's been crazy. So thank you guys for dealing with us, for listening to us, and for hopefully, not leaving. Hopefully you're still a part of what
And
we
you
do.
know what? If you do leave, fuck you.
No, he doesn't mean that. No, yeah,
I
right.
do.
Yeah, fuck
I
you.
do mean
yeah,
that.
Yeah, how about that? But the rest of you guys, you're fucking amazing, and we love you so much. And a very, very special thank you to our superhero Patreon producers. We've got to get the
I
fucking...
forgot the kazoo. I just thought about it. Like, son of a bitch.
All right, so we have new producers, and it's so awesome. Thank you guys. First and foremost to Janet Sherrill, Heather Gilmore, Laura Randall, Tommy Fenderbosh, Chad Flint, Cheryl Pierce, Chris McLeod, Justin Kowalczyk, Rob Webb from the Fun Box, which we are setting up something to officially be on the Fun Box podcast, and he's going to be on the Midnight Train with us.
Yeah.
So we are officially working. I can't say officially
hold
yet.
on. Is it this one?
Which one?
Nope.
Oh, good.
There it is.
There we go.
I love how you hit the train. What, don't we have a button anyway?
Yeah, no, this is... That's pretty much the episode today.
That's the whole episode today. But also to Christina Skelton, Jessica Bartolome, who host the Sisters Skelton podcast. Sisters Skelton. You can find the Sisters Skelton everywhere you listen to podcasts. Not the Sisters Skeleton, because I'm starting that podcast myself. And it's literally just going to be me the entire time, just talking shit.
If they were smart, they would get that domain name as well.
Yeah, what
The amount of times you say that.
the
shit.
Sisters
Skeleton.
Sisters Skeleton.
Yeah.
It's not even their name. It's so fucked up. Anyway, we love them. Make sure you're checking them out. Also to Maria Gibbs, Chainsaw.
What the fuck?
Jigsaw, Craig Spurlock, Rick Resler, Courtney Batchelor, Katie Bremenick, and our boy Bill Birch, who is doing much better. And he's turning 50, so happy birthday, Bill.
50?
The big 50.
God.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's older than
He's halfway to Chainsaw.
We love you, Chainsaw. You son of a bitch. That was good.
Yeah,
That was good. You know what? He's going to kill you before you get to kill anybody else.
That's fine.
Saying.
That's fine.
He's going, yeah, it's fine.
Join the get in line, dude.
It's good. I'm just gonna make you a sticker that just says "Safe from Chainsaw." That's the one you have. Yeah.
He can't read.
Jeez. So if you want your name to be mentioned on the show, sign up as a member on our website or become a Patreon producer. Or actually, we're doing just the Patreon producers now because we have so many people signing up.
Yeah.
So many people signing up on
The
our
list is so damn long on the website.
It's getting longer and longer every day.
Yeah,
That
they're
it's
awesome.
almost half the episode. So thank you guys so much for doing that. And hopefully you guys dig what we do and what we did today. And normally it's a little bit more I guess kind of
focus.
I guess I'm more focused. It's been fucking crazy lately, and one of these days maybe I'll get into it with everybody.
It was a surprise episode.
But it was fun.
It
was fun. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you liked it. I figured you would.
I did. And
Figured you would.
if you guys didn't, guess what?
Fuck off.
You can kiss the right side of my asshole.
Also, I just want to say this.
Just kidding.
If you guys go to any of these places or you check them out or anything like that, you go to their websites, make sure you let them know we sent you.
Yeah.
Because we're still looking for beer sponsors.
Yes.
High Life, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I'm talking a brewing project.
I know Bill High Life is listening right now. He better fucking...
Bill High Life?
Yeah, that's the guy who invented High Life.
Is that the guy who owns it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
His name's Bill High Life?
Bill High Life.
It'd be Halife.
No, it's just High Life.
It is High Life.
Well, it was Halife, but then when he moved to America, he
had
changed
to change
it to High Life.
Yeah, that makes
to make it more Americanized.
makes much more sense.
Yeah.
So it's not Miller.
No, it's not Miller.
Stay safe out there. Oh my God, we love you guys so much. And as always, choo choo, motherfuckers.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Further into hell and the flames rise up to drag you down into the fire where you will drown. Your skin melts off as you descend and Satan tears you limb from limb. Your suffering will never end and the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. They'll eat your guts and then shit them out. And when your bones begin to rot, the worms remain, but you do not. So don't ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for someday you'll be the one to die. And when death brings his cold despair, ask yourself, will anyone